14. I see the here say, Niger, go better. I make my target. They go 40. What's 40 with our system? What's 40 with this nation? What's 40 with Niger? Because not Shakpa, there ain't no, not Sakpa, there ain't no corruption, they get no corruption, there ain't no, not Shakpa, there ain't no, not Sakpa, there ain't no corruption, they get no corruption, there ain't no. Subsidy gone from day one, propaganda on day two, fake news on day three. Oh you, oh you, oh you, oh you. Breakfast from Chicago, FBI they come with the big cargo. Delivery location, destination, now your resident. Article you do this, article you do this. He's a female barber. Article you do this, article you do this. He's officially a new. Taka 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 forgery in our nation inside Oluwale. Taka 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 forgery in our nation inside Oluwale. Hey Baba, Alhaji Article This is the Vawulence space. You have taken the bull by the hand to save Nigerians from this global embarrassment. Subsidy gone from day one. Propaganda on day two. Fake news on day three. Oh you, oh you, oh you, oh you. Breakfast from Chicago. FBI they come with the big cargo. Delivery location, destination, now your residence. No lobby in Chicago. No lobby in Chicago. No lobby in Chicago. You can go uptown, downtown. The system works. This my country they go. Many things they bend my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. So listen to news and depression. If you get connection now oppression. We they pray to possess our possession. Yet the country they slave for recession. Many people plan not to jump out. But yet one thing I want us to know. Who go come fix our Niger? Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Everything in life not competition. Now the priest they meet us for confession. Holy Ghost and no go for protection. And I just go first all your progression. Many people plan not to jack out. But yet one thing I want us to know. Who go come fix our Niger? Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many things where I don't see. The way many things for my country they go. Many things they pain my soul. The way many people they suffer they go. Many people plan not to jack out. You go come fix our Niger. You go come fix our Niger. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vawulence Space. 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 Where patriots converge, sharing, raw facts, brilliant analysis, breaking reports, friendly vendors. I get time to complain. All of my time, I love the way they would have done down to complain. How many people don't stand and support this system to make sure as far and wide as possible. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you to all of you requesting for the mic. I see you, special people requesting for the mic. Thank you to all our blue tickers, all our non-blue tickers, all our big and small handles alike. Excuse me. You're welcome to the Violence Space. If it's your first time of joining us, I think probably you heard about us somewhere, um, for good or for bad. I always say we are known, we are almost at the extreme. I don't think there are centrics that when it comes to the Violence Space. It's either you like us or you hate us. It is you don't. There are no. I think I like or I think no. It's that you like us or you hate us. And if you hate us, it's because you hate the truth. And if you like us, it's because you love the truth and you love how we dish it out on this platform. If it's your first time of joining us, probably hear about us somewhere, somehow, probably through Grok, and you're here today, you are extremely welcome. If it's your second time, you know what you got the last time, that's why you're back here again. And if it's your third time, you're now a regular. And to all you, our amazing violencers, I call you guys our first responders that are already tuned in right now via our different streaming channels to be on this platform with us on this beautiful Tuesday evening. I say thank you so much. You guys are welcome. You guys are the reason why this space rock. You guys are the reason why we come out here and we have the energy to go to the very end. Because without you guys, honestly, there's no violence space. And with that, I say, guys, welcome to the church, to the mosque, to the shrine, to the atmosphere, to the auditorium of violence, where we dish out facts and figures unbiasedly, without whatever we say on this platform. I tell you, you can take it to the bank and you can cash it out because everything here has been verified. Thank you guys for sticking with us for the past couple. I think this is 2 years now, going hard on the system. Creating an amazing community. I just I before I jump into my thoughts, I just want to say thank you guys, thank you. But before I go into my thoughts, I just always want to set the mood well for the whole conversation today. So for those joining us, for newcomers, for old violencers on the platform, as I always say on the platform, we do this all the time to make sure our conversations go as far and as wide as possible. I always emphasize on this because I'm always of the viewpoint that Twitter Nigeria is for a selected few. The audience here are audience that I think are are well informed. It's just that no matter how informed they are, as human beings that we are biased towards different viewpoints. So Twitter is an audience that I know that we know what's up. So I always say this, that we try to make sure we augment with the fact that we have other people in Nigeria that use other social media handles or you don't use other social media platforms that do not get the chance to speak or listen to such conversations here we have here. And such people, for that, we on the violence space, we have done our own bits to make sure that we stream this space via different platforms. The space is currently being streamed on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook channel, and also on a dedicated 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year online radio station. We have made sure that we have done our own bit. So I always say I can always sleep and wake up every single day in my heart knowing that I am playing my part towards that new Nigeria that is possible. My brothers and sisters, the team of the violence space team, we are playing our part to make sure that it is possible. And also, you guys that come out here also joining the conversation are also playing your part. Albeit, I wish we can all do more. So please, guys, I always say this because I always want to use it as a ginger point for you guys when we say retweet the space, share the space, for you guys to understand that these conversations has to go as far as possible. If possible, copy the space, go to your social media handles, your WhatsApp stories, Instagram stories, go and amplify the voice because everything we say on this platform are things that you will never hear on mainstream media, you will never hear on your traditional television stations or your newspapers, and Nigerians need to listen. We are almost a conquered people. Our people offline, the reality online is totally different from what's offline. And we are trying to make sure we bridge the gap in communication building. It's very, very important for us on this platform. We are doing well. Yes, we are doing well, but we can do more. There is no reason why we cannot get. I'm looking at
getting millions of Nigerians tuned into this platform. That is just my dream every day. How can we do this? How can we get more Nigerians to join these conversations and hear things that they will never hear any other place? So with that, I say, guys, please take the next few seconds, the next few minutes, the next moments to please share the space, like the space, retweet the space, let the whole world know that the number one space on X is up and running. And as usual on this platform, we take no prisoners. Everything you hear here, I tell you, are based on facts and figures. And today we'll be discussing the state of the union, the state of the nation. We have already said this. Going forward, all our Tuesday spaces will be focused on discussing the state of the nation. Vis-a-vis, we might bring it up some topics up there, but it doesn't stop the fact that whatever is happening in Nigeria today will be discussed. So please, we're not limiting the conversation today just to the topics up here. Everything that has to do with that's happened over the past 5 days when we had our violence space last, I think 4 days on Thursday till now, are what we'll be discussing. So it's not just limited to what we have up here on the topics section. So we're on the state of the nation. Before I go into the state of the nation, I just want to give every one of you your flowers. You know, when we come out here and we say violence space and number one space on X, blah, 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 sometimes like say we talk. But it is good to know that AI has verified it. AI has verified you guys as the biggest space on X. It is not man's doing, it is you put flowers. And I want every one of you as a Vawulencer to take your flowers. You guys rock. This community cannot be stopped. This community cannot be shaken. This community is a community that will resonate in 10, 15 years, 20 years time. How they were saying the Nadekos, they'll be talking about the Vawulencers because you guys stood on program, you stood on topic, you stood holding the feet of this criminal government to fire when other people cowered out. So, guys, I say thank you so much. Let's jump into the conversation today. It is please, I see every one of you coming out right now. We are going to bring up everybody as soon as possible. But I just want to just lay a preamble to the conversations today. Please, guys, let's share the space. Let's retweet the space. It is very, very important today's conversation. Today's conversation is one conversation we really have to have. I am trying to make sure, and if you have not read the NYT report, I'm going to make sure I read that report in its entirety today. Every single thing. In the course of this space, I'm going to be reading it. Probably when we have more people in the building. You know what? We have the mid-comers. Those that come like an hour time. We have the late-comers. Those that come probably in 3 hours time. We'll be reading it for Nigerians to understand and understand where we are, because there's like a disconnect of our reality to what's happening right now. I hope this stuff loads on my. I'm trying to download it from my laptop so I could read it out, but if not, I think let me get it on my phone. Let me get it on my phone. I want to start my submission by reading this stuff because it's very. I read it again today, and honestly speaking, I was almost heartbroken. If you stayed on the space from the very beginning, you would have seen the songs. The last 3 songs I played are all centered on Nigeria. From Idris Abdul Karim, who I consider as far as I'm concerned, now who they speak for me, they talk about. Idris Abdul Karim, as he stands now, is the greatest artist in the world. In the whole world. There's no artist as great as Idris Abdul Karim. If you like, fill up 1 billion stadiums. If you like, sell 1 billion streams. There is no artist as great as Idris Abdul Karim today in the world. He is greater than Jay-Z, Kendrick, name all of them. After Idris, then N6, then Omega XD. In that order, in my own eye, yes. Because right now, we have gotten to the point whereby every single person have to put in whatever talent God has given you into seeing how we can fix this country. And you might not understand why. Probably when I get to read my submission, read this article from the New York Times, you will get to understand more of what I'm saying. It is criminal what the Nigerian system or what the Nigerian government have put Nigerians through. It is criminal. It is criminal. But let me try and read it as fast as possible. All right, guys, thank you. Please be patient with me. I'm going to try and read as much as I can. I'm not probably I will try and be as audible as possible. So please bear with me. All right. The headline goes: Nigeria confronts its worst economic crisis in a generation. which I think is false. I think it should be in the history of Nigeria. I don't think we've ever had it this bad. But let's go on. Nigeria is facing its current economic crisis. It's facing its worst economic crisis in decades, with skyrocketing inflations, a nation currency in free fall, and millions of people struggling to buy food. Only 2 years ago, Africa's biggest economy, Nigeria, is projected to drop to fourth place this year. The pain is widespread. Union strikes to protest salary of around $20 a month. Let me take that again. Unions strike to protest salaries of around $20 a month. People die in stampedes, desperate for free sacks of rice. Hospitals are overrun with women racked in spasm of calcium deficiencies. The crisis is largely believed to be rooted in two major changes implemented by the president. Please, when I'm going to try and be making sure I bring in my own words to help this, implemented by the illegitimate president selected 15 months ago. The partial removal of fuel subsidy and the floating of the currency, which together have caused major price rises. A nation of entrepreneurs, Nigeria's more than 200 million citizens are skilled at managing in tough circumstances. The world already knows us. We know how to adjust. It's a skill to the world. Nigerians are skilled at managing in tough circumstances without the services state usually provides. In other words, without basic amenities. They generate their own electricity and source their own water. They take up arms and defend their communities when the armed forces cannot. They negotiate with kidnappers when family members are abducted. This is Nigeria the world knows. But right now, their resourcefulness is being stretched to the limit. No be me right time, no be Jimmy Welvin Nigeria or Violence Space. This is the New York Times. And a subtopic in this whole stuff is no money for milk. On a recent morning in the corner of the biggest emergency room in northern Nigeria, three women were convulsing in painful spasm, unable to speak. Each year, the ER at Murtala Mohammed Specialist Hospital in Kano, Nigeria's second largest city, received one or two cases of hypocalcemia caused by malnutrition, said by Salisu Garba, a kindly health worker who hurried from bed to bed, ward to ward. Now, he said, with many unable to afford food, the hospital sees multiple cases every day. Mr. Garba was sizing up the women's husband. Which source of nutrition he recommended depended on what he thought they could afford. Tiger nuts for the poor, boiled up bones for the slightly better off. Line. The world's second largest poor population after India. We are the second most poorest nation in the world after India. And India is 7 times the size of Nigeria. India are 7 times, so India have every right to be the poorest nation. They are 7 times our population, 7 times. My God. Omo, the more I read this article and the more my head they break. Honestly speaking, I'm going to try and provide the the PDF for everybody. It is crazy. It is crazy. I will pause. I will pause because the next paragraphs are just something that my head is just shaking. My head is just shaking. I will just paraphrase. Guys, honestly speaking, that is the state of the union. That's the state of Nigeria. And that is the article that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his minions in Aso Rock currently do not want Nigerians to talk about. That article is damning. That article exposes the real nature of Nigeria. These people, our leaders are so wicked. In the midst of all these things, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is thinking of how to buy himself another private jet to add to the 10 private jets currently sitting in Aso Rock.
Two, Saddam, two. In my private.
Two,
Vice President, yeah.
they want to add 2 more private jets. In the midst of all these things we have just read right now, the second most poorest nation on earth, wants to buy 2 extra private jets to add to the 10 that we currently have for the presidency. After borrowing 2 point something billion dollars just last week from the World Bank, you go around the world in a brand new private jet that you just borrowed to buy and go to beg for funds. How do these people freaking think? Oh my, it hits my imagination. I keep asking myself, like, how do these people think? Is it, God damn it, honestly speaking, these people's brains must be in their anus. And the fact that we as the people are collecting this thing and this thing is happening before our eyes and nothing is happening. It is crazy, honestly speaking. I just don't understand. I have no explanation. I have no explanation than saying we're almost a conquered people. We are almost a conquered people because even we that have the information self, we can go shout. Even I'm not saying I know they have me self included, because we go talk this talk now. Tomorrow self on that thing will come. We'll go to talk on that thing. It is crazy what's happening. What's going on in Nigeria? It is unimaginable in any country on earth. We are the second most poorest country on earth. And in this, some people are still supporting this government. He was going to the Oba's palace yesterday, and they went to go and hire people. They hired like 300 people. All the people they were driving through his house. If Nigerians were driving through his house in Bodulon, and Nigerians were showing videos of people sitting out in front of his house begging for food. So we heard they transported all those people inside Gongoro, put them in truck and go line them up in front of near the Oba house. I told them to be shouting and be hailing him. While video is cameraing, they were carrying camera to put on their faces. They were now hailing him that he was going to Oba's place. The last time that man went to Lagos and was driving through the streets, we saw the real reactions of Lagosians. They were all screaming, Ebin Power. They now went to do this. They will use, Bola Tinubu will use propaganda and kill us. And in the midst of this article right now that I just read part of it right now, these people did not come out. It is painful enough to know that, okay, we are in a very bad position. But the most painful part is when these criminals are put us in this bad position. When you tell them the truth, they come out to tell you that it's a lie. We are no longer talking about dollar again. We are no longer talking about that dollar right now is chilling at 1.5. It is now, come on. Nobody makes it. If you make it and say, dollar is now 1.5. It is now a normalized situation in Nigeria in less than 1 year. In less than 1 year. Honestly speaking, I just pray that we can do things, Nigerians, we can really wake up to our responsibility. We can really stand up, we can really stand up and start acting and start asking the right questions and start mounting the right pressure offline, online to hold these criminals accountable. Because if you read that article to the very end, it is not sustainable. This Bola Ahmed Tinubu's project is not sustainable. And I'm predicting it on this platform now, saying it right now for the whole world to hear. I'm not calling for it, I have not heard anything, but I know, I am seeing it. That some people are somewhere looking at this situation and something will happen. Let me just keep quiet. Let me keep quiet. Let me keep quiet. Let me just keep quiet. But I'm sensing it. It is not sustainable. It is not sustainable. But those people that are somewhere planning, whatever people are planning, I'm feeling it in my spirit. I'm speaking in the spirit of a prophet now. I'm feeling it in my spirit. Whatever people are planning, please let it be fast before Nigerians will die and start eating themselves. With that, I'll just jump to this state to Edo State, a state that is dear to my heart and is dear to every obedient in the movement. And it's been crazy, seeing what has been going on over the past couple of months. I always say this thing. I always say, if there's something that me I will never stand on personally, is on the side of injustice, on the side of wrong narratives or bullying. I'm going to give it up to the PDP candidate in Edo State. He made a very smart move. He did a very smart move, a very, very smart move. And I'm on record saying this because I was also approached. And I think I said it on the violence space at that very inception of when this whole nonsense was going on. I said it out there that they reached out to me to host this man on space. A woman that I so much respect. I'm talking of, when I talk about in this movement, these are I don't want to expose some things, but this is one of the women that I respect so much in this movement. Reached out to me early this year, I think either early this year or last year, ending last year. So I reached out to me and said, please, Saddam, there's someone that's going to come. I want you to bring up on your space, blah, 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 blah. He's the candidate that I think I know. I said, which party? And she said, PDP. And I told her, no, ma, I cannot bring him on my space. If he wants to have a space, he can go to Parallel Facts News Media. And Parallel Facts can negotiate with him and he can have a space with them. But me, on the violence space, I cannot bring him on the violence space. And she said, no, please, not Parallel Facts. One of us, I said, ma. And I turned that woman down. This was even before Labour Party came out with candidate or no candidate. Because for me, I am a very, 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 very principled person. And I stand on my principle anytime, any day. Wake me up by 2 o'clock in the morning, that is where I'm standing. I sincerely believe that we have created a platform that I am proud to call an echo chamber, because at this point in time, I can never believe or see myself in any space talking with someone that supports Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2024, June 2024. I'll be on the space arguing between me and you. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is he trying or is he not trying? Is this policy? I must be mad. I don't have anything to do with my time. So I am proud to say I'm in an echo chamber of sane people that think, at least I can think and understand that this is not just cruise. This is not just catching fun. This is about our country, our lives. We can speak and understand that if we are speaking towards similar. We can have different views towards what we're talking about, but we are all directed towards good governance. And so for me, I am saying this. I'm trying to build up something. Let you guys understand that guy reached out to a whole lot of obedience, a whole lot of our major big obedient handles. I'm not coming and calling. But at least people saw what had transpired that early time. Key obedient, padlock, and the rest. If people saw it, I may not be like say I no talk. You guys saw it. He reached out to many of them. He don't bribe them. I know they come out here and say I'm saying it because many of them they hate me. Oh, I'm not saying that all these are being obedient. They don't like violent space. So I don't go live for now. They don't like violent space, oh, because say here. What I've told me to my face, say Saddam, you dey spoil work for us. You dey spoil work for us. Your men of these politicians are meant to be paying them. Many of them want to many of them want to have take over the roles of them DGs. But because they're not saying you get one platform where they say go drag them, obedience will come call them out, go finish them. They hate. I know. I don't hide that. I say it all the time. I'm not here to make friends either. If we fix Nigeria, you see me and you cannot even see me. You do your own, I do my own. But me, I'm doing my own as my mind day. Nobody has ever. There's no platform in Nigeria that can come out and say you've platformed more politicians than the violence space. Go and ask any of them. One kobo. I've never requested and I will never. I don't even have their number. I don't even collect their numbers. I don't even ask for it. Because I know politicians. But you see many of these very diabolic, dubious people, they come out and they have used obedience and gather thousands of followers. They now come and feel say they are gods. Me, I'm going to fight you now. If I'm the only one fighting people, make I fight you now. Make you do. You know they call it, I think I'm backlist. I mean they call it. That one, no, consign me. Consign me. I'll be using this platform to speak truth to power, including you people. That AI man has paid off many of them. Many of them cannot speak or tweet today because they are scared of you people. Many of them are going to be involved in the election because they're scared of you people. Some even rejected the money, or some did not collect money, but they were approached also. Many people in this movement were approached by that man because the man understood that to get Edo State, he needed to capture those big voices. So that when this time come like this, minor voice, because I look at it, I'm like, I know so many obedience. If you open this place now, people from Edo State that will come and speak on the violence space, they can reach 50. But many of them don't have audience. Many of them don't have big handles, don't have followers. And they resonate with the message. They are working for a party. They want to see Labour Party rule their state. They are suffering the brunt of PDP and APC in that state. They want to change. But they cannot speak. They don't have the audience. They don't have the reach. But when these big handles tweet one or two things, it goes viral. It goes, thousands of people get to see it. And it looks like the voice of Edo State politics. Well, we here are going to give all the small voices mouth, then they talk. Edo people, Edo small handles matters also. Justice, equity, and fairness. They too matter. Those small voices also matter, and their voices are very, very important. It's still for that justice, equity, and fairness. Because justice, equity, and fairness do not just end on where the person comes from. It applies across different spheres. They ganged up and blocked one of our brothers, Osaro's handle. They reported it to the handle got blocked. And he sent me screenshots, and I was seeing it. It's crazy what these guys are doing. They are lodged right now as I'm speaking in the hotel in Protea Hotel in Benin or somewhere. They lodged them for their way to say young boys. I'm carrying young boys to come on social media attacking handles. It is crazy what's going on there. I'm going to post on the Jumbotron also. They have created. These guys are moving like Abado people. I'm not even speaking here like they are moving worse than Abado people. They have cloned accounts also that right now are going out to tweet like obedience. They have cloned accounts that are going to now attack the Oba and say that they are obedience attacking the Oba. God bless Joel Obedience. He sent me some of it. He said, Saddam, look. So many accounts. Elections should be about what you're bringing to the table. Elections should be this, and I'm not going to come out and deride that man called AI. I'm not saying that the woman that brought that man to me, the man AI is sound. I'm not going to come and say he's not. He's a sound man. Go and read his resume also. The candidate of LP is very sound. That is the ex-president of the NBA. These are sound men that should be talking about ideas, ideologies, debating. The debate should be, the conversation should be, what is each person representing? What are you bringing? But they know that after his whole resume and everything, his greatest fault and problem is that the vehicle he's using to come to power is a tainted vehicle. It's a vehicle that is smelling, a burnt vehicle, a vehicle that has been damaged. If PDP did well in Edo State, why will I'm just imagining God willing we are alive, 8 years of Alex Oti. Then after Alex Oti is coming out for this thing, Alex Oti is now going to hand over. Then Alex Oti will now be looking. Then he's let's even say he's anointed candidate. His anointed candidate even need anything to. We even campaign. People will just give him power. If the PDP government in Edo State has done well for the Edo people, you don't even need to be doing all these obedience for this, obedience for that. No. His work, Obaseki's work alone, will bring his godson into power. That is the only thing I point to. I say, if Obaseki has done well for Edo people, you don't need obedience for AI. You will not need obedience for even for anything. Apata will not even be a contestant, but because they know Obaseki has failed woefully, including all of them that are campaigning for him. They have used their own mouth to curse him out that he's the worst governor, not the one that you do like 5 years ago. In 7 years, you know when you say of round up your tenure. If you see people that, let me give you an answer now. Maybe some people criticize P2B. Some of our handles criticized P2B when he was a governor in his first tenure. Rightfully so. Because if you go and look at P2B's road construction, he started constructing his road from the hinterlands. He never came to Oka City till the second tenure. He was constructing roads in villages. So if you're driving through Anambra State, through Oka, you will not even be seeing P2B's work. On its headway and the rest was in his second tenure, where you build those 10 lanes. But for you to judge a government after 7 years, that means there's nothing the government wants to do again now. After 7 years, it's his scorecard. It's his scorecard. You have judged this man for 7 years and you have said he's the worst governor in the history of Edo State. But now you want to anoint and sell his anointed son. And I don't have a problem for you campaigning with the anointed son. No. I don't even freaking care. Campaign, support him. But you see this our brand where they try and manage our obedient brand. Where they help us. Small. Nobody be obedient brand. We don't get Napito be our leader. All of us they share the name together. But our leader don't talk, say, I am supporting Apata. I am obedient. Me will get movement. They support Apata. Why are you people trying to carry that our leader this thing and now be putting him on the spotlight and be creating different narratives? Like you should play anti. Is it that because people in PDP, most PDP people are too used to disorganization and anti-party politics that you guys expect me to come out and say, I am Labour Party, but I am for. No, Peter B has to support his man, and his man is competent. His man has the capacity. All what Peter B preached on is what Apata represents. If Apata was not competent, I can say, okay, he's not, or he doesn't have the character, or he doesn't have the capacity to rule. I'll say, okay, it's a different ballgame. Even in the justice, equity, and fairness, Apata is still the rightful person because for justice, equity, and fairness, PDP and APC have ruled 12 years. For justice, Labour Party deserve justice now. We don't deserve equity. We don't deserve fairness too. Or justice, equity, and fairness is only for senatorial districts. When it fits you, it is not justice, equity, and fairness. We can go round and round and round in circles. All I am saying to these people in Edo State, please. And they are not telling us that people that are not me, I thank God, say, I get a girlfriend for Edo. I get a girlfriend for Edo, so you know, tell me, I can put my for Edo matter. I get girlfriend for Edo. I get girlfriend for Edo. If you say me and you go fight because I be in law for Edo State. So I must talk for Edo. Every day I go to fire on a back to back. I will. You see that thing when I do, it no go work. You know go. If you want to support your candidate with your chest. Don't bring in obedient. Leave our obedience for us. Leave our obedience for us. Support your AI. Articulate for AI. Obaseki for AI. Leave our obedience for us. May they manage our this thing. Please. We are not going to fight this fight. If I like finish, I said I support people to become 2027. You know, all of us go support Nigeria. All of us go support Nigeria. 2027 go do obedient for Tinubu. Make all of us do am. You're not like in Nigeria go better part for you. You don't go better for me. Like say, if Tinubu in 2027, you go benefit past me. Or I go suffer. We go suffer up together, my brother. We go buy 1 cup of rice, 25,000 naira together. No, they threaten us. No, they threaten us, eh? My brothers, so thank you guys. Now I'm going to wrap up here. No, before I wrap up, please, Edo, one more time, look at River State. Look at River State. Oh, today, Cutlass, they carry the fight themselves. They pursue themselves up and down. Cutlass with gunshot. They use gunshot, do drum for River State. It is the effect of Godfatherism. Beware of Godfatherism. PDP are a very dirty party when it comes to Godfatherism. When you have a godfather, that's my only rules with this man or this AI guy. I've said it on this platform that if it comes to competence, he's a competent person. I'm not gonna come here and say, no, I've read his resume and I know the man get him on his own. He did try. Even if I am standing on the fact that Apata equally has the capacity that the man, he cannot tell me any of them. But my greatest problem I have with that man is the truth, is that he is coming under a godfather. That is a very dangerous game to play. How do you know how much Edo State is indebted right now? Edo State is serious debt. When you come in, Godfather is going to tell you, we saw Sinfubara 1 year. Sinfubara 1 year has been fighting. 1 year of fighting. Meanwhile, Alex Otti is mate. 1 year of achievement. Because there is no Godfather in Abia State. Peter Obi no go call and say, send us money now, or we no go. Peter freaking doesn't care about your money. But PDP as a party survives on the money that they get from all these states. It is the reality. How do you expect that party? How do you expect AI to work when it's going to be servicing Obaseki every month? When it's going to be servicing all the godfathers, them James Tiboris of the world, because nothing say because in the Delta State, he go come there. The Benedians of the world, the wicked of the world. He will be paying all these godfathers. Which money will be left for the people of Edo State to work? Where will the money come from? These are the realities that many of us are looking at. So I want when I'm coming to visit my girlfriend, there will be road. Not this one I go and see they see saying I'm flying boat. Now flying boat, man, they use the move for Edo State. It is not fair. Look at River State today now. The governor has spent 1 year fighting. 1 year fighting. 1 year fighting. The next thing that is 25% of his administration has gone. He spent fighting. The next 25% now is he has entered the second 25% already. He's still fighting. Ruike can be rugged and say we go fight this fight to the death. And this whole 2 years go the fight. It is the same thing with Godfatherism. Let nobody brainwash you. All these people you see with their big handles, they are all. I said that let us bring any of them. Let us swear oaths. Tell them let us swear oaths that they have not been paid. I can be as I will swear of my life and anything I hold dear to me that Apata 1 kobo. I don't even have Apata's number. I have hosted him on the Vawulence space. But you see, selfish people, they will never. Oga talk say you collect money and you're doing a work. No wahala, do your job. But please tell Edolites the truth. Many young people are following these handles without even thinking for themselves. I'm saying it here for you guys to think for yourselves. The danger of godfatherism is you cannot ever whitewash it. Let nobody whitewash AI for you. AI is coming under a godfather, and the fact that he cannot even campaign under his godfather's achievement shows you how dirty that godfather is. Shows you how dangerous that that line is. Run, oh, Edo people, run. That is my 2 cents. Without I say, guys, welcome to the Vawulence space. I think I've extended my talk today. I won't send it again to the end of the space, hopefully. Let me run the mic right now to my brother Whelm in Nigeria. And I see a lot of Edolites on the platform. Thank you so much for coming out today. I want to let Edolites come out and speak here. Small handles, you don't have followership. Come out and speak here. Your voice matters a lot. You have more, you have equal votes to the people that have 100,000, 1 million followers. Come out and speak on this platform. Let Nigerians really see that not be me they influence you now. Now choose to talk the truth. Without I wrap up my submission, I say, well, Nigeria, please come to the conversation right now. You are an Edo light person, sir, my brother. Take it away.
Ugato Sadami.
Ogwato, my brother. How is my
Sadam, Obaseki don't make your relationship turn to distance relationship. Abi? Because of road, you don't leave your babe. You don't leave your babe.
I'll start using helicopter. I'll come with the helicopter governor. So I'm saving up to buy a helicopter. If I
Anyway,
buy now, you're gonna see me. We're gonna do convoy.
thank you very much, Sadam. Thank you. I mean, good evening to everybody on the space. Uh, if you are just joining, welcome. I don't know how Saddam does this when he flames up this space and people. I'm sure a lot of you probably come in and you come in at the middle of the fire. So, but let me take our time to remind you to repost the space. If you are just joining, please go ahead and repost the space in case if you forgot before. Actually, when this space started, I really thought I would not have any submission to give because I have been. That's true, Sadam. I better check your DM. Actually, check your DM. I thought I would not have any submission to give. I've been, extremely busy, so I've no. If I audit to when I came, in fact, Violence Space is the first thing I've opened on X since like Sunday or so. I'm not so sure. So when I just went, saw the space and opened it and I saw topic, I was like, okay, topics, these are top. What happened in New York time? Of course, I knew NYT was New York time, because there was reports actually. So I was like, what happened in New York time? So I was like, today's space will be for me to.
Just 1 minute, please. I see all our Edo people down there. I beg, Mona Chilo, all of you guys, I'm bringing you guys up. I beg. Just wait for us. Let us wrap the speakers. We'll bring you guys up, please. Thank you. Let me go on.
Yeah. So I'm not going to give a lengthy submission actually because, like I said, I didn't even really have a lot to say about. I'll start from Edo State election, and let me just quickly say that in the coming days, Vawulencers, we Edo people will come knocking on your door. I know Saddam have actually said so many times on Violence Space in the past weeks that we are going to in one of these days call on Vawulencers. Actually, one MMC have done theirs and still doing it. So I know Vawulencers always don't fail. So we are going to come around and see how we can support Olumide Akpata's campaign in mass. Actually, while Saddam was speaking, I just said to myself that that's actually the bad thing about the PDP's candidate. And I'm just going to say it as calmly as possible. Perhaps you are here and you are still like you are genuinely obedient, like you are really obedient in your mind, but for some reason, either sentimental or non-sentimental, you feel the need, and I mean if you are from Edo State, right? Um, you feel the whether or not you are from Edo State, because like I was just laughing when I was saying that. Share anybody, oh God punish anybody because say, oh, you are not from Edo State, so don't comment on Edo. God punish you there. You know where for your head. So, but I mean, if you are going to vote in Edo State, really, or you have people in Edo State, let me put it like that you can reach out to. So maybe like Saddam, you have girlfriend, you have in-laws that you can reach out to. in Edo State to vote, but you you have some sentimental attachment for any reason, right? I can, for any reason whatsoever. But the truth is that I the the best that we can have if PDP were to get power, because I've had this conversation two ways with different people. Some people be like, so some people know the obvious. The obvious is that no matter how good, how sound about what's it called, the PDP guy is, no matter how much, because the truth is that in the early days of the campaign, I too kind of focused on that, but I was pretty much looking for character. And if you listen to him speak, if you are not very careful, because you get word from mouth, you get sweet mouth. So if you are not very careful, you may also say, this guy sounds so genuine. So for that, it's almost come off as character for me, but I needed to also be conscious. But one thing that reset my head every time where all that happened, because I've also been on that Oshomole's go. I used to tell people that Oshomole can sell pure water, but Oshomole can sell gutter water for you and tell you that it's bottled water, and you will believe. You go don't drink and finish because you go don't do your blessing. This is, but so I understand a lot of this kind of people, right? But the obvious is that because he's coming under the PDP, and he's not just a candidate that is coming on his own, he's coming with godfathers, with at least somebody that is 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 hell bent on him becoming governor. There is no way that, see, that is always good. The only reason, let me just be very frank with you, Alex Otti could have, I think Alex Otti was whether in PDP or APC before at some point. I don't know, but he could have won in whatever party he was in before. But the only benefit Abia State has now is where he won. And the truth is that there might, this is not about party name. There might come a time if Labour Party becomes even too big, where that same thing will now also be happening in Labour Party. But the luck we have now is that Labour Party have not gotten to that extent yet, where if a party gets to a point, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much of a good person you are, no matter how much of good intentions you have, I used to tell people that, for example, you look at, aside the fact that Buhari was just outrightly incompetent, right? Another thing that made it so easy for Buhari to be a failure was the people he had to shake hands. You can't possibly have shook hands with a Tinubu and do well. It's not possible. So even if you had good intention, that your friend, the people you are around will always become the problem. So, but the other side of the coin, because I've also had conversation with people be like, I forget to, do I see this guy? Do I see him? Once he win that governorship, hey, he go show Obaseki Pepe. He go do this, he go do that. Let me tell you, the best you get is an action film, not governance. The best you get, even on that way, let's imagine that, that happens. Like, let's imagine that, hey, he was now very strong. He did not, he's not buying to, doesn't bow to his godfather or whatever. The best you will get is not governance, it's action film. And that's what River State is suffering today. I mean, you might Lord Fubara will say, hey, he's not bending to wiki, this and that, but the real people that are suffering, we online can be excited about it too. We can watch it as film that, hey, this Fubara, they give wiki back to back. But the real people that are suffering, like Saddam was saying just now, is River State people. You know why? Because when action film is going on, the entire world, every other person are spectators, but the people on the ground, the people that are supposed to benefit from governance, are going to be suffering because the actor in the film will be focused on his role in the action film. So that's what we eventually. So for me, I've already seen that either way is not going to be good, whether or not he succumbs to his godfather, or in fact, it might be so bad to the extent that you might even be wishing that, okay, make it just succumb to godfather, so that make, if they do 20%, because either way is going to be extremely bad. So for me, that's like a huge plus, because I don't think in Edo State we don't have we don't have any time again.
if we are one bad governance away from becoming a an outright slum of a state. Like the state will just be a slum. The entire state will be a slum, literally. No, because as it is now, places, even the richest of neighborhoods in Edo State is currently a slum. So one bad governance away from Edo State just becoming a very irritating thing. So, and I really think that anybody that is thinking, oh, that is trying to sound or act objective, just see it like this, that the only thing that should be the focus of Edo State right now, at least for now, is good governance. We can't survive one more. I'm telling you, we can't survive one more bad governance. And that bad governance may not even be by choice. Maybe by just influence of people that are around you. Maybe by the fact that you are distracted trying to fight people that are fighting you. But it is better we just have somebody in Edo State, a governor, that can just focus on governance, no distraction from anybody whatsoever. In fact, nobody for the party said, but we say, as in nobody. That is what Abia State is enjoying today. This same Alex Otti, if he wins an election in the PDP, won't perform as much as he is now. This same Alex Otti, nothing changed. We still his character, still is whoever he is, but he won't be able to perform as freely as he is now. So, but that's one big advantage I don't think anybody should joke with. So, please, again, let me remind everybody, in the coming days, we would most likely maybe on Thursday, we'll see any ways that those of us on Vawulence, we can support Edo State election. We'll come up with that. The last thing I'll just say about the New York Time reports, I didn't know about it. I listened when Saddam was reading it, and I just want to say that, and this is like a general, I don't know, whatever it is you want to call it, but it's a general word or message to all Nigerians. Like, Nigerians in Nigeria, Nigerians in diaspora. Of course, the people that feel the direct brunt, immediate brunt, let me put it like that, immediate, because you touch everybody, no matter where you did. But I think people that feel the immediate brunt are those that are in Nigeria present, who I severely sympathize with every time, in like on space, out of space. But to be honest, to be very, very honest with you, it's difficult to say, it's hard to say, but except like we wake up as a country and forcefully take our country back, I don't see a good way out to. Let me be very honest with you guys. I mean, it's not like I really wish I'm lying. I really wish I'm not saying, like, I wish I'm just trying to brag so that I can go back, and after I finish saying that, I'll be like, okay, well, I know now, we'll physically get out. No, I just a joke. I really wish that was the case, but that's not true. Let me just be frank with you. To be honest, I mean, I know some of us have come to terms with, oh, let's wait till 2027, and it's fine. Like, in 2027, if that's what we waited for, no problem. In 2027, may I go still support whoever, like, of course, Peter Obi, of course, I want to believe he will run, because there's no guarantee in my mind that Peter Obi will run. So, because if me, I know I'm saying, if me, I was a Peter Obi, I most likely will not run, but let me just assume that, of course, I was not a Peter Obi, and so I know to an extent, there's been a conscious or unconscious, um, we've consciously or unconsciously, unanimously agreed, or those of us that didn't want to or don't want to, we shall just feel like, okay, make we see at 2010. No problem, we go if that's what we want to wait for. But I can tell you, to be honest, I think that's a huge gamble to take. I really just think that's a huge gamble to take. It's too big of a gamble, especially when the it not be sure bet, it not go, the likelihood is it will not fall into it. Because it's not as if in this 2027, Nigerians will be willing to do a revolutionary election. I've said it so many times. If there is an election that will be in 2027, it will not be an election where people just completed and counted ballot paper. I don't think it will just be an election where people just say, oh, we took pictures of the result. Oh, we won our polling unit. It will be an election where people will be afraid to rig it. Like, someone will literally be afraid. And I don't have that guarantee. That's the honest fact. I really do not have that guarantee. So I really want us to I just want to tell us this, what may look like a bad news, but it's the truth, that we are in a very bad position, and the only option that we have is to honestly, as people, forcefully take back this country. If not, we can play 2027 and just, it will come, it will pass. We can keep playing, we can keep doing. One thing is sure, I will not be 60 and be doing violence space with you people. I will not be, I will not, in fact, I don't think I can do violence space for past the next 3 or 4 years. Past 2020. That's just the honest fact. We go turn that to cruise space. We go, we go see the come, maybe then a cruise, we call it cruise. We just enjoy ourselves, just the gist, they laugh. That's what, but it's really left for us as a country. And I really just want to, I said it probably with some mixture of joke and it sounded like a joke to some people, but let me re-emphasize it again. There is absolutely no easy way out. And on this route that we are in, there's absolutely no light at the tunnel. That's just the fact. So on that note, I'll use the mic so we can maybe we can clear up Jimmy then take speakers. Saddam, over to you.
My brother, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wonderful submission. At least that I've heard from one Edo man. And please, the people in my DM say that this man is not competent at all. Say he has been with the government for more than 12 years. What Nigeria is it true?
Saddam, I get plan to come blast you for that thing. Continue.
About people in my DMs, and then say, which kind of talk that say the man don't know government. Please, I need confirmation. Please.
Saddam, let me explain before you call the next person. See,
Now, Jimmy, they go next, but I just
may I
don't
just give you,
explain. Wait,
give
your
you
time will
summary.
come. No, wait, please, because yes, facts and figures. Make I no go talk about I'll go put me in trouble. Just answer me. Has he worked with the present Edo State government? Yes or no?
That's what I want to tell you now. For 4 years of Oshomole, he was a top member of the economic team, and 8 years of Obaseki, he was the head of the economic team. Now, Obaseki direct here.
Oh, he's very incompetent too. Sorry. That is height of incompetency. I take back my words, please. I'm not a proud person to not take. I take back my words, please. I don't like because they will not rush me for my DM. I want wrong come up for my handle. He is very incompetent. AI is very incompetent. Thank you, Jimmy. Please come in, please. Come in and help me.
Gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà mo kí yín lókùnrin lóbìnrin lọ́mọdé lágbà ẹ kú ìrọ́jú ẹ kú ìfaradà. Ẹ ǹlẹ́ o, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káàárọ̀ o, ẹ káalẹ́ o, ẹ kú ìrọ́jú, ẹ kú àfaradà, ẹ ǹlẹ́, ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́, ẹ kú ìrọ́jú, ẹ má wọrí, Ọlọ́run ó gbàdúrà yín, ẹ ṣe sùúrù, ẹ má wọrí, ẹ má fomi lù ú bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́, ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́. Welcome, Vawulence Space, Tuesday edition. I don't have much to say. Ẹnu tiẹ̀ ti ń ro mí, ẹnu ti ń ro mí àti rojọ́ ẹnu ti fẹ́ẹ̀ bó. We talk. Ààrẹ sì ìdánwò. Àwọn tá a dẹ̀ ń rojọ́ fún, oníkálukú ń ṣe bó ṣe wù wọ́n. Sorry, I will mix it up with a little bit of Yoruba today because some people are actually positioning speaker somewhere for people to hear, and I want to speak to a lot of Yoruba people for them to hear. Kẹ́ lọ pé ọ̀dọ̀ fún inú yín, òróǹro àtẹ̀dọ̀ yín, kẹ́ lọ pè é. Kẹ́ sun orun méje tọmọ ọkùnrin ń sùn, kẹ́ sùn kàkà kẹ́ rorí yín. Ẹ̀yin ló kàn. Ó tán àbí ó tán? Wọ́n kìlọ̀ fọlọ́dẹ kò gba ìkìlọ̀. Àìgbà ìkìlọ̀ ó ti ṣekú pọ̀ lọ́dẹ báyìí. Ó tán àbí ó tán? Ẹ̀yin ló kàn. Ṣẹ̀rí pé ẹ̀yin ló kàn láti jẹ̀yà báyìí. It is your turn to suffer. Someone sent me a video from Bodija Market, Ibadan. They are now selling blood in large scale, cow blood. They've been selling it, all these years before. But I mean, they're now selling on a large scale. There is a way they process it and they cut it up like kidney. It looks like kidney. Now it's out of stock. Cow's blood. That is how bad things are in Nigeria right now. A friend reached out to me yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? About the husband. The husband left the house for 3 days, and they've not heard from him. She has a baby, a 2-month-old baby. No baby food. She needed money to buy ogi or kababa. For money, not milk, pap. That's what she wants to make for a 2-month-old child. When Saddam was reading that article, I wasn't surprised. I read a little bit of it, but at a point in time I just thought, you know what? What's the point? What's the point? I mean, we know all this. We saw all this. We predicted this. We said these things were gonna happen, and we are living in that reality right now. It's like deja vu. We were screaming, we were yelling, we were saying everything we could. We were throwing everything at it to let people know it's not about the tribe, it's not about the religion, it's not about um your love, your personal love for him. Ẹlẹ́yin ló kàn. Ẹ̀yin ló kàn láti ṣe kíni? Ẹ̀yin ló kàn láti ṣe kíni? Tribe mẹ́ta, ẹ̀yà mẹ́ta tó dángájíá, Haúsá, Yorùbá, Ìgbò. Òun náà ń pè ní Wàsóbíà. Wá ní Yorùbá, Zó l'Haúsá, Bíà ní Ìgbò. Wá àti Zó ti ń ṣe látijọ́ yìí. Wọn ò fún Bíà láyè. Ẹ wá lẹ́yìn ló kàn. Ẹ̀yin ló kàn láti ṣe kíni? What exactly is your turn all about? I can't wrap my head around it. And the hate just keeps going up every single day. Every single day. They are hungry, but it is their right to go online and just spew that hate. Emurasi. You see what's going to happen. I saw a video on Aris TL. Before, they normally just stay around Tinubu's uh, you know, um, residence, and they wait in anticipation for him to come out. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbégbá bára lọ sí ilé Tinubu, bàbá ò yọjú sí yín, ẹ ǹlẹ́ pẹ̀lẹ́, ẹ má bínú. They are now going after any car that drives past that place. Any car whatsoever. They are going at every single car driving by. They'll be doing their hands. Have you seen any zombie movie? Just have that at the back of your mind. It will get to a point at which people will start going at each other. It will get to a point whereby people will be walking on the street and they will see a rich lady walking by. Turkey. You know this cartoon, when you watch, you see Tom or Jerry looking at maybe another dog, and they will be visualizing chicken thigh. That is what is going to be happening, and people are beginning to practice cannibalism. It will get to a point. All these wọ́n kidnap àwọn kan, wọ́n ṣe gbá wọ́n ṣàwò. Organ trade ó ń lọ lọ́tún lọ́sì. Organ trade is going on back to back. We're here last month when a man came out publicly saying, please, if you want to buy kidney, he's interested in selling his own kidney. Live! It has gotten to that part. Very soon, they will consider it a lucrative business. You don't need to offer them. Why must they buy it from you if they can just buy you and just take it away? It's going to be that bad. But we'll keep doing the little we can do. I'm not going to say much today. My Ibadan people in diaspora, um, I want us to do something. I'll probably organize a space about it. What Generality is doing, and Dr. O, I want to I want to represent my town, my you know my state, and I want us to do it in a very large way. I mean, Ibadan is known as the pace setter. Yeah, let's do that. Let us set the pace. I'm gonna be hosting a space for all Ibadan indigenes. If you were born in Ibadan, if you're from Ibadan, you love Ibadan, you're welcome. Please join the space. And the purpose is to raise awareness and raise people that are willing to pay printers for flyers. No one is going to be collecting cash from you. All you got to do is to make that connection with the printer. They want to print as many flyers as possible. We'll be working with all the local governments in Oyo State. Yeah, we want to work with all the local government areas in Oyo State. Um, if you are in Ibadan currently, please reach out to me in my DM. You come in Andy. We want to use this opportunity to spread the words. You know, the flyer should go round. You know, it's gonna be typed in Yoruba language, in English, in Pidgin. We want to make a huge impact to let people within my state know about this. And I'm doing this as a challenge for every other person. Represent your state. If we can start from there, it's going to go a long way. And it's just going to be the beginning of raising the people's awareness level up to let them know that, look, this is what is going on. Don't let them deceive you that there is no money. There is money. There is money. It's just an absolute misappropriation of funds. They prefer to live large while you guys are dying in poverty. We need to let the people know how every government policy affects the woman selling tomato in front of your house. We need to let them know how government policies affect the man selling suya, affect the woman selling noodles. We need to let them know. It will get to a point whereby when this awareness has gone round, then we can just conclude the people are either docile or they just don't want to do anything. And if really and truly the informations we've been putting out is not getting to the people on the grassroots level, oh my goodness. I hope by the time they start hearing what we have to say or what we are updating them on, people will hit the freaking street. Am I working at just the flyer? I want the flyer to be designed in a way whereby the WhatsApp group Generality created, the barcodes will be there for anyone interested. The moment you have a phone that has WhatsApp, automatically your phone can get Twitter. And once you get on the WhatsApp group, how to download Twitter, how to go on the space will be shared with people constantly. And on that flyer, the key consistent spaces that runs every week will be there. I need to figure out what is going on with these Hausa guys. They say they're gonna come up with their own violent space Hausa version. That would be brilliant if they can do that. Violent space is definitely gonna be on the flyer Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think Goat or Comrade they do a space on Saturdays. It's gonna be there, so people can start listening to what is going on. We need to let them understand what this government is doing. Enough is a freaking enough. I get DMs every single bloody day. There was a particular guy reached out to me. He said, "Ebon, I am dying of hunger. I said, look, I have over 200 people in my DM asking for the same thing. It would be unfair of me to just jump the queue. He said, no problem, I will wait. This was like 2 months ago. And he contacted me, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? He said, Egbon, which number am I now? I said about 180 something. He said, Omo Otin Lole, thank God. Can you imagine that? I'm not mocking him. I'm letting you know that it is that bad that people don't mind being on a long ass queue just to get help. And 180 something feels so good to him that he actually is on the list for something. It is bad. What is going on in Nigeria right now? We in diaspora, we keep saying kokonwa, kokonwa. On come yo, on come me, and I will tell you how. Was it 2 weeks ago? We were talking about Trump, Biden, and someone just made a tweet that they've banned Momo from coming into America. One bank Momo ke? Momo. I went to the African store where we buy Momo. They don't buy Momo. Not be joke, oh. They don't buy Momo. And besides that, all the African food stuff skyrocketed. Oh, we think we have dollars. We're buying African stuff. Oh my God. Everything. The prices are now, man, simply because it is high in Nigeria there. So it's not affecting me based on the fact that I'm not sending money to people at home. No. The fact that here, where I did for America here, except I don't want to eat Nigeria food again. It is affecting me. It is affecting my family. Because all the food stuff we buy from African stores, everything has gone up. Everything has gone up. And not just the regular price. And guess what? Others from other countries, especially from Ghana, they are within the same price. As in, they are still within the same normal price. But you see the Nigerian one, everything has gone up. Everything has gone up. It is that disgusting. Alomobitas. You see the one from Ghana, that one could be maybe $5. The one from Nigeria, $15. Sniper, ordinary sniper that they used to kill rats. What do they call them? Sniper. Sniper is now $25. The small bottle in Chicago here. Sniper. Sniper. Don't be gone, no. Nigeria will happen to you, regardless where you are. It will happen to you. And it's happening to me. It has happened to me. I just hope it doesn't get worse than this. And it breaks my heart that the people in Nigeria are now embracing corruption at its fullest. The video will never keep surprising me. It is a video of a naming ceremony. They're about to name a child. And the MC was actually telling the audience, it's a prayer, by the way, says, out of all the politicians that will be stealing Nigerians' money, this boy's name should be counted amongst. And they brought out a pen. They were telling people to pray at the pen. And they said, as politicians use pen to change figures, may this child grow old and also use pen to change figures. And the MC was telling them to say amen. And everybody shouted amen. The father and the mother of the child were seated down there. I didn't make that up. Nigeria. Baba ti mú mẹ́rẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti fi yé lọ 16. Ó ti ní iye mílíọ̀nù tó jẹ́. Israel. Akọ́rẹ́dé. Èmi fi èdìdí bẹ̀rẹ̀ ilé ọlọ́dẹ láti òní lọ. Lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà nínú àwọn tí wọ́n ti bá rò fọwọ́ Nàìjíríà jẹ ọ̀run karùkọ rẹ̀ náà.
ẹ bá ṣàmì dáadáa ẹ tún bá mi ṣàmì dáadáa ọmọ yìí bá di gómìnà kò léwọ tó bá di sẹ́nitọ̀ kò léwọ nínú àwọn tí ó máa fọwọ́ báyọ̀ pé wọ Nàìjíríà jẹ́ láti òní lọ pẹ́rẹ́ ní ọ̀run parúkọ rẹ̀ mọ́ nìyẹn ní orúkọ tí bàbá tí ọmọ àti òmìnira.
Parents are now praying for their kids to be criminals. And they are telling people to say amen to that. Lastly, Amechi has a message to you.
You may be wondering why I'm reading this. I'm reading this because listening to the poets and everybody, including the musician, you're singing about us, leaders. Yes, I said yes. Yes. What about you? If you see a thief and you allow him to be stealing, what do? You have stolen nobody. That's why we are stealing. You will stone me. Who have you stolen? We came out and you started dancing for how many days? Oil subsidy, oil subsidy. We told you they stole 2.3 trillion. What did you do? The oil subsidy, we told you they stole 2.3 trillion. What did you do? Instead, you're protesting. Bring the oil subsidy. The name of oil subsidy that is not reaching the poor. Few individuals are going away with the money. You have done nothing. You are mad.
And I yield for today. Thank you guys. Welcome to Violence Space. The last statement was, who have you stoned? I hope that question keeps ringing in your head. Who have you stoned? And he asked, have you stoned me? That was Rotimi Amechi. All right. Back to you, Saddam. I yield.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Please, do you want to come in right now, or you're still preoccupied? I think let's just run up to the speakers, guys. Thank you for your patience. I think we just run up to the space right now. I see a whole lot of you guys. Please, if you're up on the speaker section and you want to speak, please your hands should be up so that we can take a cue. And every one of you requesting for the mic, I beg, more than us, be patient with us. This space will reach everybody today. I know a lot of people have a lot to say. Everybody will get a chance to speak today, please. Thank you. Well, let me go back to you now so you could just help us run everything well. Thank you, bro. Well,
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much, Saddam. All right, quickly. I mean, today, actually, our words is that. Ah, beneath some test, because I'm speaking the sweet. Today, we are going to do sharp, now, besides that. So, I'll quickly just go straight to Mommy B. After Mommy B, I'm going to come to Joe Obedient. Then we'll take it from there.
Good evening from my side, Emir Saddam, 1,000,006. Everyone on the speakers, Jimmy, everyone, shaft. Good evening. I just want to talk about Edo election and the tomfoolery that is obedience for AI. Right. I mean, it's like when it started, you kind of look at them and you're thinking, what's going on? And then there's, they are constituting nuisances on the timeline, trying to take somebody's brand. And I was like, I listened to Saddam and then I said to myself, hold up, AI is not obedient, right? If it was obedient, he would not having spent that time in those two administrations, right? Allow this nonsense that they all do it. I mean, it's like I don't know what Henry has seen in these last few days. Henry has been on it, because this is what you see. Our problem is we should have branded. I mean, we have a brand. What we should have done is make sure that nobody else can use it, because you cannot claim to be obedient and you follow Peter Obi, but you don't follow his candidate. Are you mad? Are you mad? It's a question. Are you mad? Right? The man initially said, oh, he hasn't. They just took a photo together. The man now went. He went all the way to Benin. It isn't that he used the democracy day, I be waiting you people they call them, so that you could have had an excuse. Oh no, he just branched there. No, he went for the flag off. He raised the man's hand and he campaigned with him. Right? You people have no shame whatsoever. No shame. When you try to do a line and your secret was leaked out, you couldn't do anything about it, right? So you now decide to do another strategy. You will fail. You will fail. Because guess what? I am sure people have told me for decades that Edolites are some of the most sophisticated voters in Nigeria. You think they don't see the nonsense that you're doing? Abishe Pitobi will now go and carry Ashway's hand as well. You're all mad. You're simply mad. You're all stupid. Right? And if you take offense, block me. As I have been blocking all of you. Because sure, you know you don't have sense. So you want to carry a whole movement, turn us into movement for hire because of your own greed. Because yes, you are all greedy. Yeah, and I am sure if we had to do a forensic investigation of your bank accounts, all of you have no shame whatsoever. And to be honest, you're not obedient. Because the ideals of Peter Obi will never sit with an Ashway. Forget his CV. Because nobody CV, the man where they are number carry. Or have we not heard that people were expecting big things? Nah, enough of this BS, enough of this rubbish. You all need to go and get a life and come up with your own movement, because the fear is you keep on. I mean, it's like what really annoyed me the more is you will now carry what PO said and you will now try and misconstrue it. Listen, everybody is entitled. If you're a voter in Nigeria, you can vote your conscience, right? Nobody is saying to you, vote for Lumide. No, right? Because if we all say, oh, everybody in the movement will go and vote for one part. No, that's not democracy, right? And I would never come up with that. However, that said, you cannot carry a brand, whether you like it or not, whether the obedience started before Obi put his hat in the ring, it was still the whole obedient thing was around the character, right, antecedent of Peter Obi, right? So at the end of the day, if the man say left, and you claim to follow him and you're not following him left, then there's something wrong with you. If you decide that you don't want to follow, fine, do that, but do not carry his name and go and give PDP. So these structures of criminality that we've been screaming about for 2 years, this PDAPC, oh, it only applies to the national level. Abi, you're mad. I repeat, you are mad. Me, I'm done. I yield.
All right, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mommy B. Very, very true. I mean, I still don't understand it doesn't make any. I would feel like the attempt at using obedience to win campaign makes things worse for this guy. I don't know the advice these people say. Anyway, quickly, I'm just going to go straight to Joe Obedient, after which I'll come to Dr. Owen and we'll take it from there. Joe Obedient. Not tell me say you're you know they go on gen. So anyway, I think Joe Obedient, I don't know if you can even hear me. Hopefully you can. All right, on that note, I mean we've heard mails for so long.
Joe Biden, can you hear me? Let's go to the next speaker now.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me just go straight to Dr. Owen, actually. That's fine. All right, quickly. Dr. Owen, please go ahead. After Dr. Owen, I'm going to come. If you're on the speaker section and you intend to speak, just make sure your hand is up because sometimes I would just only look at those that their hands are up and probably hardly notice. But after Joby, then I'm going to come to. I'm sorry, after Dr. Owen, rather. I'm going to come to Fuga.
Well, meaning, Otome, Koyo.
Koyo.
Um,
Urato.
well, yeah.
Oh, yes, you. Odoru.
Hi, guys. Good evening. Saddam, hey, handsome. How are you?
well, good on.
Okay, I don't have, well, meaning, how many minutes do I have?
3.
3 minutes. Okay, let me use my 3 minutes very well. Please listen.
The pardon. Thank you and God bless. Every look on, don't turn, every look on. Your bars are screaming. Stars are crying. Igbo brothers are saying. Blame them. Igbos are being discriminated. Even food don't turn to gold in Nigeria. Kidnapping, lucrative business in Nigeria. Imagine saying your grandchildren where they kidnap. By now, your soldiers for those scatter Nigeria. How come a man won't get money for ransom when they kidnap him, his wife and his children? After everything, now kill, they will kill them. See, as Naira, they fall against dollar. A Miluko, don't turn to a Piluko. And you say, make we sacrifice for Nigeria. 7 billion to renovate your residence. 15 billion for your traveling allowance. That's not for you and your only vice president. 40 billion for Asurok maintenance. 5 billion for food and refreshments. 100 of millions for dogs and animals. Meanwhile, hunger they kill Nigerians. What did Nigerians do to warrant this treatment? Even Gary, they don't feel afford for the family. Government blame Buhari, government blame Jonathan. Hunger day, people they die. This one don't pass Jakarta. Any local, OTV, any local, any local, any local, OTV, any local,
Well, meaning, how many seconds do I
2,
have?
actually.
2 seconds. Okay. Listen to this one.
Who was APC Democrat? Mr. President.
Oh, sorry.
There.
Not be that one. I won't play.
Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party, who's your guy? See us sweet like king sunrise. Labour Party, I will never leave your side.
Okay. Well done. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, God, Dr. Owen. What is this? What is this? As while you were playing it, we no copyright that song. So we don't get to copyright money on YouTube. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Owen. All right, quickly, I'm just going to go straight to Fuga. After Fuga, I will call my guy, Harry.
Yeah, I greet all the Vawulence in the house. Omi Bolare, Emi Asadan, Wemini, Shizu, Jimmy. I say big thank you for holding it down. You know, you people are the reason why we are still here, because without this platform, everywhere would have been silent. Okay, going to the visit of the Oba Palace, I want to we want to say we did not insult the Oba. You see this PDAPC, they created fake account and start insulting the Oba and pinning it to obedient. We say we are not. Categorically, we say we are not. It is not obedient movement. We know you people playbook and it will not work. First. Then secondly, I read the news. I think it's the Nation say that Philip Schreiber declared for this thing. I think that is fake news. That is why we say follow parallel facts on social media and read the news. Those are the authentic news. Philip Schreiber, if you look at the timeline, he came out to speak live. And who he referenced Olumide is people-centric, that even this man has not voted before. How can you now vote for a man who has never voted before? Because this man just registered recently because he's seeking for an election. He has never voted for anybody, so he does not even deserve anybody's vote. Then again, as an Edo son, full one for that matter, we go put our body. You no get wetin they won't do. Any obedient where he say he go contribute, oh boy, you have the right as a Nigeria. As they say, you have the right to reside and do business anywhere in Nigeria. So you have the right to even anybody to intimidate me. So you is not aligning with them, and they have now formed another alignment because obedient take your flower. Una don obedient for Asuegbe. They are only hustling for their own personal interest. They are looking for SA after collecting 50K for equity, 50K for fairness, and 50K for the other one, which I don't know. Now SA that they also for. Go and mark my word. Nothing. They are only working for themselves. Then, finally, or maybe, you see the equity they are talking about. Edo people have, Edo state have 17 languages. Me, I speak Afema. I cannot even understand Bini. You understand? If maybe I might be wrong, but according to my own research, we have 17 language. So for them to say fairness or this one, that one are bullshit. If we are talking about fairness, equity, Labour Party has never partaken in any election before. And I believe if we are talking about fairness, equity, even this ticket was open. If they are competent enough, if they have done their grand job, they should have voted for them. So don't mind all those people who are trying to fly this message, which is not even flying. The equity and fairness, in my own view, no, we in Edo State, we have Christian, we have Muslim, we have the traditional worshippers. Now, in this ticket, we have a representation of both Christian and I'm not talking about this religion, but at least let me go there since they are talking about equity and fairness. The the incoming deputy of Edo State is a Muslim. So this is equity we are talking about. Since PDP have been ruling, I think it's about 20-something years, both of if you calculate, there has never been any Muslim deputy. So this is what the ticket is well-rounded. So don't even listen to them and do your grassroots work, campaign, even though you are not grand, oh boy, work. For me, for example, in my own local government, the people who are the LGA for labor, this chairman, now old people, oh boy, underground. When I saw the picture, if they anytime they are holding meeting, I go say, oh boy, give me update. There's not this thing. When I see say now old people where be say they don't already live there, this I call the young men where they say where be say we they run this. I say, oh boy, now like this, now like this. By God's grace, in fact, 4 days ago, the person they sworn in is not up to 40 years. You understand? So this is what we are talking about. Go into the Labour Party, register, be a member. Let's reform it. Anytime you feel that your DC is not aligning, you can leave. So for now, PO has declared that he's still a member of the Labour Party, and we are with him 100%. Thank you. I yield my mic.
All right, thank you very much, Fuga. Thank you. I mean, I think that's the political side of the movement that I think we still need to grow into. That's the political side of the movement I think we need to grow into. Okay, Joe Biden, I think I see your message. So just let me know when you're available. No other. All right, quickly, I'll go straight now to let me. Where Ari not Maguire? Ari, why are you running? Why are you running? Anyway, quickly, then let me just go straight to Mike. After Mike, I'll come.
Saddam, Wemilnin, Sizu, Bolanle, Jimmy, everybody on the speaker session as well as the listener session. My greetings to everybody. Oh. I'm going to be very brief. I think, Dr. Owe, 90% of our concentration now is going to be in defending the votes and making sure there's boots on the ground, okay? To respond to whatever they throw at us, okay? So I believe our resources to be channeled, whatever support that the violence space is going to be providing. The good news is that we have a detailed plan to cover all our stronghold. In fact, when you see eye, when you see face, now our face them go they fear. Not be their face go they fear us. Face they fear face. You understand? Aside from the plan that our guy have. We are not waiting. We need to have contingencies plan because the plans. Because, like I said, inside that your Avia, another Avia day inside. As everybody, they create their own uh, parallel and support structures within the establishments. We cannot fold our arms, and we know that the strategy is real for them to rig. For them to intimidate, for them to suppress, for them to also make sure that the material don't get to the various voting points on time. That's why logistics, because amateur basically talk results, we talk logistics. Because if you get your logistics plan right, you will be able to make sure that you can review and your whatever desired outcome you're looking for for their own personal gains. Recently, we'll be doing undercover at the LP, and that investigation has led to strategic revelation of how this guy set up the first reconciliation, obedient reconciliation nonsense, and to be answerable to one man. His name is Marcel from Imo State, and we also, when there was dissent in the group, he started blocking and removing them, and that was how he took the plan to the leadership of Labour Party again, and that they set up the directorate of the obedient movement. Okay, he promised Abure that he's going to make sure the obedient movement is subject to the complete control of Abure, even if he's leaving. He's going to consolidate with the transition committee. And so that's for that. And Mobolali came on the perfect speed the other day and she spoke because I didn't hear your submission, but that's the same guy who's been pulling these strings. I've been making all these proposals. Pio has been briefed on all the developments. When that didn't work again, he went back. When Pio was briefed, there was a letter sent to him. He went back to change the name to Directorate of mobilization and reintegration. And I had many submissions on this space. So Dugu Zeji is here asking, who are you reintegrating? Who are you mobilizing? So these are the traitors that we're talking about. But Saddam, I listened to your movement as well. I listened to your opening remarks where you say you haven't collected any money. Keep it that way. And let's keep it rolling. For Edo, as I've said, we go put money, we go put body. Anything where they like, may they throw come. Let everybody go to the feeder campaign. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mike, for what you just said on the mic. Thank you very much. All right, quickly, I'm going to go straight to TK. After Omona Edas, now Vawulence Space Edas Council. Now I did this speaker session. So Vawulence Space Edas Council. All right, I'm going to go to TK.
Hi
Immediately after
everyone.
TK, I'll
Hi
check on
everyone.
Savik if Savik. Yeah, go
Hi
ahead, TK.
everyone. Hi everyone. Good evening from my end here. I'm going to start with Edo quickly. I found Woloshi Olori Buruku Jegudu Jera that are trying to, say what is not. The stupid people saying obedient for AI. Obedient for AI, obedient for Ashuarani. Foolish people. Foolish people. They only think about themselves. Àwọn wèrè gbogbo. Please, Edolites, everyone, me personally, na anywhere where PO face, na I face so. Whoever PO supports is who I'm supporting. So I'm encouraging everyone from Edo, please, don't be scared. Go out there and vote for Olumide Akpata. He's competent. That he's done his findings. He will not lead you astray. Please, let's get Edo. Let's make Edo count. Quickly, I'm going to talk about the state of the nation. I have this. He was in me. Wọ́n pè mí lọ́mọ àlè tó ń fi ọwọ́ òsì júwèé lé bàbá ẹ̀. Only for me to now start, getting strange calls last week. I didn't pick the call because if I don't have your number saved on my phone from Nigeria, I don't pick. He sent me a message. Oh, sis, I've been calling you. So I took it upon myself. I'm not that mean. Let me call him. Only for him to tell me, my wife just put to bed and the baby, it's not, we can't really feed the baby well because my wife's breast is not producing enough milk. I told Moya Sofunwere, local coconut milk, no is milk is milk. Wetin concern me, concern you. Are you not one of those that was cursing me then? See your life now. You can't even provide formula for
So they
your
want to
own daughter.
collect
You're
they want
calling
to
me.
collect money from a bastard Yoruba person.
Yes, so
Hey, wọ́n fẹ́ gbowó
yes, so
lọ́wọ́
my
àwọn
brother,
àlè.
I told him to go to the farm and pluck coconut. Milk is milk. I yield my mic here. Thank you.
Thank God. Uh,
I'm gonna go and
Bro,
say,
see what this you just talk now, 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 eh? Bro, she that one where you be like person
imagine
where
now,
swallow.
being power. God. Ha! God have mercy. You not saying you they support nonsense. This is honestly, this is these people. There is nothing how you can explain this. Honestly speaking, how can you explain it? How? God. Maybe let's go to
Wrong way to affect you. And imagine someone's useless decision is not going to affect um his child if he's even saying the truth. That's me the thing. This for the lie. So anyway, quickly I'm going to go straight to Savik is dropped. All right, let me just quickly take Dr. Olu. After Dr. Olu, I'll come to Osaro.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, actually, just about on the Edo election and the way people are reasoning. The point here is that I think, well, Sadam have said it actually, most of these big handles, they've forgotten that 90% of their followers are generated because of the movement. And it is very, very disingenuous and lack of self-confidence or lack of self-belief in themselves in winning the election. The only way is to associate whatever they have with obedient. I saw the way you responded to one of these, one of our obedient brother here. I don't know his name, Ben, that was trying to justify why Aisha Yusuf was also supporting in APGA during that time. But it was very obvious. There is nothing like obedient for APGA or whatever it is. I was not, there was not any evidence, there's not any post where Aisha Yusuf tried to associate the name. So the reality here is that I think it's, to me, is a disadvantage. It's just a way of marketing Peter Obi as well as Akpata unknowingly to them. That is the reason why, to me, it's not about it's not about getting the necessary voters. It's about how are we going to secure, what is the modality in securing the numbers. That is my own fear in this Edo State election. Because the fact that obedient for Aswe, or whatever they are calling, is enough to an average, or let me say, a not social media inclined person from Edo State knows that obedient signifies Labour Party, knows that obedient means Peter Obi. So by default, you're already telling people that obedient is supporting. So, but to me, it's more or less like giving a free publicity to a particular candidate. So if there is anything we should be talking about, or whatever, if you are from Edo State, is how you are going to secure your vote. Because last election, obviously, this is one of the things that this useless Jagaban, like, to me, used in winning whatever, it doesn't even win rig elections. It's not like we didn't get the actual number of votes. So, and this Jagaban tenor is enough campaign for us already. Every indices have shown that what he's doing is more or less like campaigning and re-energizing and reconfigures people's mind to actually thinking right next election. It's just about securing the voters, the votings. Because there is no way you'll be telling me that Bayo Onanuga now is posting calm down, cross 1 billion in a way of trying to dissociate or discourage people, or trying to make us not to be talking about this New York Times or whatever, or State of the Nation, because that's the perfect distraction. The fact that this guy went to a lot, to me, I'm tired of talking about Nigerian states, because I'm actually, how can I put it? They have accidentally done beyond what I can imagine. So the reality now is we need to get this Edo State. And if you are from Edo State, sweet child, I don't know what your plan. Securing that voting is my home major worry. Getting the number is as easy as anything, because obedient for Asuegbe is enough for people from Nuka and Crane from Edo State to know that there is an obedient. I don't, personally, I'm not afraid, but the fear is and knowing fully well that the INEC man is this man, Wike's brother, whatever it is. That's another red flag that I don't know how we are going to secure it, because that thing is really it does to let you know how dangerous the Gaban is. That is why Oshiomhole have to say that we are planning to win it democratically, which means that they know they have been rigging, which means that they have something that is giving them self-confidence. Because I'm very sure the essence of having that Wike in that game, or Wike is gradually going to become a puppet to Jagaban. And one of the deals is going to be striking is, okay, I will ensure that my cousin do this thing. So deliver those states for you. So whatever you can do in your capability, I don't know. I mean, I'm not at this stage now. We know how we experienced the last election. Securing the voting is the most important thing. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Olu. Thank you very much. Uh, I mean, I totally agree with you. I think I said it earlier that I think it's even bad strategy to use obedience for whatever to campaign. It's like, I don't know, but well, I so it be. Obedience movement, it is what it is. All right, quickly, I'll go straight to Saro. After Saro, I'm going to come to I'll quickly come to real level base. I always keep real level base along, so I'll come to real level base, but you use normal time. Osaro, please go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Emia Saddam, once again. Good evening, well meaning N6 and everyone on the space. Although my voice sound tired because sleep don't they come, but we move. Let me just quickly touch on the Edo election. For those who are saying they are obedient for this, obedient for that, I think they are just being foolish and unwise, because I remember vividly very well that they created the Align movement, right? And their billboards are all over the place in Edo State, especially in Benin City. You understand? It's there. If you go to Ekema Road, Align movement is there. If you go to Stadium Road, Align movement is there. If you go to Ikubai, Align movement, even Aduawa. You understand? So I don't, and they spend money, as in the money as well spent on Align movement is over 1 billion. No jokes. This no, I'm not capping. It's over 1 billion. So why are you dumping the Align movement, to suddenly now say, oh, it is now obedient you want to start using? It is because the government of the day failed emphatically. Abina because we they use English they talk. PDP failed, APC failed, because you were saying something, Saddam. I think I heard you saying 12 years. It's not 12 years. Aswegbe has been with Edo State government for 16 years. He served alongside, I think he was the vice then that was assisting Obaseki, because they are all from Lagos boys. They are Dangote, Aswe and Obaseki. They are Dangote's boys. We all know this story very well. You understand? They both came from Lagos State, and they funded Shomora's election then behind the scene. And Shomole rewarded Obaseki. Obaseki became the chief economic advisor, and Aswe was behind, as it was a co-chair, something like that, for 8 years. And immediately Shomole left power, Obaseki became the governor, and he has become the chief economic advisor for 8 years. That's 8 plus 8, 16 years, right? And they have both run Edo State aground. As we speak right now, Edo State debt profile is heading over close to 600 billion. Where are the infrastructures to? Where are those money going to? You understand? Even this so-called commissioner, Ogbedi, who does not know Commissioner Ogbedi? His late dad was the former one-time, he did 4 years as a House of Rep member representing Ego and Ikobaka. What was his late dad achievement in that federal constituency? So we know these people very well. Now, Benin, you do. Everybody know, man know thyself. This one know, man know this man. Go from your family name, they go know you. You understand? So immediately he jumped on, because he was one that did, was it not PDP for Peter Obi? That I think, yeah, it was his own brand. He was the convener then. When he was doing that, I was telling people, I said, this guy is not doing it because he loved Peter Obi. No, a good product sells itself. So everybody wanted to jump on the bad wagon. Everybody just want to, let me activate, so that let me pitch my tent here, let me make it, and at the end of the day, I'm going to get something. I know there was some undertone behind what Ogbedi was doing. And that was how Ogbedi, it wasn't made commissioner. It was after that stunt he pulled with PDP for Peter Obi that made Obaseki call him, because he was very antagonistic towards Obaseki. He is loyal to Pastor Yamu. It was when Obaseki now called him and rewarded him with a commissioner. That was when he now shit his word. So incoming, oh, that's why I fly go America. We send you. Nobody send you that one now. You know what they say. If they find something when high and mighty, what is they say trap? You can even use antelope. You understand? So now trap you said, and it cash, because a whole lot of people just jump on it, started celebrating you and all that. When I see things, well, I'm not gonna talk too much, because some of them they here. I'm not going to come over talk too much, because a lot of betrayers, they are still very much in the movement. I see your hand well meaning, and we don't even care about them. We are doing the grassroots work. And Olumide Akpata is a grassroots man. Even me don't dey fear the man, because the man no dey, even me self dey tire. The man no dey tire. He's doing the work. He's putting in the work. So for that, I'm very happy that I think we have a candidate that will defend the vote. I've heard a lot of people say, how is he going to defend the vote? Omo, oh Bob, that very day, sha, it go clear for their eye, because the man is not here to joke, he's not here to play, and he's gaining the love of the youth. You understand? Because he relates very well. I don't know. Probably anytime he's going to. I think I've tried to do some live streaming. When he's going for his mosquito campaign for some, some kind of location. So probably I would just try to do one, and you see the way he relates with people. He does not fake it. The man is very, very real. You understand? Not that over packaged fraud, frozen food, or big canned food. God, another idiot. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Osaro. I think when I saw the reaction of Olumide to the pulling down of the billboard, that's when I knew that PDP is in for it. So I know. To be honest, I know currently PDP themselves would be afraid of Olumide. That's a given. There is not, so they'll just be looking for the the softest way out. I just hope that no APC say, oh God, APC still get
But
candidate.
well, we know this. Honestly speaking, I dey fear our generation. I swear, I don't know what we really want. People, hi, God have mercy. So this guy, say me, I just tried to look in profile from the corporate world. This guy has been in government for 16 years. Like, maybe, well, let me put it that maybe many people don't know this thing Osaraga just came here to say right now. Maybe people don't know. Like me, I did not know. Maybe that's why. Maybe that I feel. Maybe let me give that. Probably many of these people that are championing his cause don't even know that he's part of the system from APC to PDP in Edo State itself. Let me give it to them that they don't know. Probably they hear this and they now know that he's part of the rot. They'll have a ton of a change in their mind, hopefully. Because there is no how you can explain to me. It is just hi. Let the next speaker speak, please. I beg.
Yeah,
I dey
yep,
fear our generation, I swear.
it's crazy. All right, quickly, let me just take we live our best. What's your kilo shell? Anyway, that's fine. I'll just go. And please, guys, I want us to take as much pickup because we have very limited time today. We want to see if we can end the space at the actual desired time or our stipulated time, which is not your time is not my time, and some of you your time for people with America on a time they are not that time. Anyway, quickly, I'm gonna go. Let me just go straight to Gaboni. After which I'll come to. No, Gaboni, not you. Velele. I think Velele came here for Gaboni. After Velele, I'll take a female. I'll go to Switcher and Gaboni. Velele, please go ahead.
Okay. Good everything to everyone wherever you're speaking from. Saddam, please, you need to go back to read that New York Times report. I read that report so many times I've memorized it. There were some words you are missing out. Those people they sub us well, right? They subbing, guy. I won't cry. Something actually came to my mind. I was thinking to myself, how are the Nigerians that are in New York? How are they faring, right? Or Nigerians in diaspora in general? Because guy, they sub just I couldn't. Anyway, let me allow you read it when you read it, right? Like this guy said in one of their lines that being sick in the country now is almost equal to death because people cannot afford transport fare to go to
No,
hospital.
my brother, don't say the suburbs, they say our reality. It's not so.
That's
Everything
still
they say.
some.
Is
No,
there anything they say there? Is there anything they say there that
no,
is
it
fake?
was not a lie now, but why they go they wash our dirty linen in the front of international community? Like it was these people called us
Okay.
mindless tappers. They say the children are tapping, the adults are tapping in work. Like if no. Anyway, on the more serious matter, because I cried and then I wept and then I started making fun of the whole thing. What I want to encourage people to do in general with respect to those states is please, especially people who are in other states who are not I think me, I'm not allowed to vote there. I'm supposed to vote in Imo State where I registered. You can plan ahead, take permission from work and come down. Me, I've mentioned it myself. That's something I plan to do. I don't know the people that are organizing the Edo State something, please. I would like to partake in it one way or the other. From what I've done in my analysis, it is just Labour Party versus INEC. APC is not really in the race, right? They're planning to use INEC. PDP, they are mostly a small and paid minority. They don't really count. I mean, the state is demarketing them. Tinubu is demarketing APC. So it's just left for Labour Party versus INEC. So securing the vote is what we're about. So if somebody has Olumide Akpata's plan, he needs to, and he needs people to man it. I'm mentioning I'm available to man it because it's the same thing that I mentioned in the last election, right? Power is not served a la carte. Tinubu unfortunately was right. It needs to be snatched, it needs to be grabbed, it needs to be run away with. I put it everywhere. So we need to man our polling units, collation centers, we need to man it to the teeth. We are going to win the election and we are going to be physically present to defend the vote through and through. To recap on what Saddam was saying in the beginning, this is what I was telling my people in Abia State over and over again. If the cabals and the godfathers put somebody in power, Oga, that person that they put will serve them. Somebody is spending millions and millions, someone that was in the system, funding his election, he's borrowing money from people that you pay back with interest. If you like, don't shine your eye. But if the people put somebody in power, then that person will serve because he has no baggage. I used to tell people that even if Tinubu now wakes up and says he wants to do good, he cannot. There is so much corruption tying him. If he brings out project and says we want to buy one stapler and that stapler is 50K, by the time the thing passes through the system, what you'll be seeing in the budget is 50 million stapler. That's what happened with the wells. They say they want to dig in consistency. One person will write, another person will add zero, another person will add zero, another person will add zero. At the end of the day, the whole thing is messed up. I was on one APC space yesterday night and Segalink suggested that the reason they passed 90 billion Hajj and changed national anthem was because some powers were pressuring him. As much as I thought that was nonsense, I thought to myself, that's most probably true. This guy cannot have political will because of how he came into power. He must have signed agreements with so many people that at the end of the day, he's just a stooge. It's really messed up. So let's get it right, like we got it right in Abia State. I beg. All right. Again, to summarize, power is not served a la carte. The people have to be there. They have to take back their power. It needs to be grabbed. It needs to be snatched. It needs to be run away with, and it needs to be retained. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Belele. Anyway, I mean, I actually appreciate your submission. You know, a lot of the things you say that it's actually it's true. So someone that is a criminal now had to roommate with a criminal. Buhari with a failure now had to meet with criminals. Imagine the kind of combinations that we're always having. So because even if someone that is quote unquote good like Alex Oti had to meet with criminals, he no go still work. So it's very important to to actually see like that. Power is not served a la carte. Yeah. that's that's the hard lesson we learned. That's just the fact. I didn't like it before, but it is what it is. All right, quickly, I'm going to go straight to switch chat. After switch chat, I'm going to come to. I said I'm going to come to Gaboni, then Real Ever Best. Real Ever Best, where you go before? Switch chat, go ahead.
Okay, hi guys. Good evening. Please let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear you.
Okay. Hi, Sizzle. It's been a while. Hi, everyone. You can see I've been smiling. In fact, I want to start by thanking every one of us here. Thank you for this whole joining us in this war. It's been a war, but as you can see, we can only win when it's September, when September 21st comes, right? We keep fighting and keep fighting till that day. So when you say state of the nation, you start by, when you look at Nigeria in local government, then states, then the entire country. When we started this whole movement and pushing and all that, our mind was going to, if Nigeria can be better, then the state will follow. But since I got myself involved in this whole Edo state, ensuring that we don't have ABC and PDP rule us again in that state, I realized that we have a whole lot of things to do for local government. That is getting the right leaders in local government. That local government elections should be as serious as that of national election. Then we move to states. election, we have to take it very serious and get people who will work for the people. Now, when you sit down and think of this obedience for AI, what happened on Saturday is just the burial ceremony of obedience for AI. Information is actually even reaching me that AI is asking, give me my money, una scam me. You know, when they come and tell you, don't worry, the structure of obedience in Edo State is for you. We will ensure that. That is why they were able to give them some envelopes, right? But right now, the envelope is not working. The show workings that they've asked us to show, it not they work. You understand? So I say that wait till not tell me not be wait at this you. It mean they say, Bila say the money when I drop it for now, una guys give me back. Because you sold yourself, you sold the movement, you felt so probably when you come out and say, oh, be there for AI, everybody moves with you, right? Now they're asking back them for the money. That's why you can see them crying. That's why you're saying that you're seeing posts like, oh, Peter Obi deceived us, talking of Jeff Fifty and Black Brat, right? That's why you're seeing them saying all crap, coming up, buying Twitter handles, changing the handles to Igbo names and saying, oh, they're the ones insulting the Oba, blah, 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 and all that. We already know what they do. They go as far as using fonts, right, to change the narrative. But we're way ahead of them. So now that we have buried obedience for AI, that is why you see some of them frolicking with Ron News, telling them, oh, our mate at this year, I'm sorry, I must have offended you people, because they know there's nothing to sell again. So we have actually buried them. Now is to the main issue. What is the main issue? How competent is their candidate? What capacity does he have? Nothing. When you say nothing, there is nothing to show for it. Because I don't understand why you have an oil producing state to look like as if no, you don't have anything from that state. When it rains, have you seen how that's if Benin, the capital city of Edo State, is like that? Now imagine how my Esan is, right? Edo Central. Imagine Edo North. Today I was looking at a video where they were doing interviews for Edo North, and they said, I beg. Since time immemorial, we never get water for here. It's the same thing with Central. In 2024, your people don't have water. That should tell you that normal basics, we don't have it. And you have people coming to say obedient for AI. They're no longer obedient. They're PDP people. For you to be an obedient, you should have the same principles and values of our leader. And who is our leader? We only have one leader. And that leader is Peter Obi. If you don't have his principles, if you don't share same values, then why are you calling yourself obedient? You can't. Is it by vote to say you vote for Labour Party, can't make you obedient? That's a lie. Hope you know that we have a lot of APC people that also voted for Obi. Today, you can't call them obedient. In fact, they cannot be seen as obedient because we don't share the same principles and values in our day. If you sit down, they support corrupt this thing. We know they sit down, they talk at AP, they call them out. And people are suffering. In Edo Central, you have women come out to protest, saying that they are raping them on a constant basis. People are being kidnapped. If you don't get money, they cut your hand. This is the same party that you people are saying that they should rule us. This is the same party you are saying, oh, I'm not more interested. Edo State is not my state. So anything that happens, it should happen. Hell no. And that is why I will keep thanking people who are actually joining voices, joining us to speak against these people and saying that hell no. We say no to you. APC will not rule us. PDP will not rule us. You know, we say we not get money for that state. Sure, you know, say we get money. We have money, for goodness sake. We did PVC. We're talking to adults. I bet waiting be your name. I bet I don't know waiting my name. Be I not sabi spell. You see the education thing that they're talking about online, putting themselves on top 10, top 5 is a big lie. If you have another 8 years of bad governance, then we should be at par with the northern people. And that is not what we want. That's not what we want. You go to schools and they say Edo Best, go Uselu Secondary School. If they're there, take time. I just want you to just take your time and say you want to do holiday, you just want to tour. Go to Uselu Secondary School and look at that school, for goodness sake. It's not far from Uniben. You just you enter Lagos now, just about 10 minutes drive, you don't reach there. This is an oil producing state. Oh, this is a state that receives federal allocation on a monthly basis. Top 5. Now they receive how much? 10 billion, 20 billion, and there's nothing to show for it. What are we talking about? It hurts me to see people say just because they are affiliated with political, probably PDP, family affiliation, they've been PDP all their lives, and as such, it should be same. Not minding what this party is actually doing to the people of Edo State. When I talk to people about Edo State, and I tell them, when you see call APC persons, you see call PDP persons, what I tell them is that actually I'm not even selling Labour Party to you. Una don't routine, una don't anything when we talking no go here. But you see your children, and focus is actually on the children and the youth. How you go day, you'll get children when not sabi read, you'll get children when not sabi write, because we can see it in our adults. You tell them to spell, they cannot spell. They say, make I call my sister, make I call my husband. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Well, meaning I can see your hand. I've not been on spaces for a long time. Please give me extra time to talk.
Now, so you
Please,
did not be on space for a lot of time. Your submission.
please.
How go
And
work today? How go work today?
that is why we always say Labour Party has got the best candidate. A candidate that has the people at heart, a candidate that puts the people first, a candidate that says, you know what, hold me to my words. If I say I will do this and I don't do this, hold me. Osai Bobo Akwata is not even an Esa man, but he saw a video of a school where you have children on the floor, where you have no seats, and decided to what? Renovate. Do you know that you have this man called Asware? There's an Esa man, and even his own area do not even have light. If it's not because you have a lot of people that came out and say, even where you come from, not get light, immediately he started putting pole and light. And people say, thank you, Asware. Why are we having 9-minute governance? Why are we having that? For 8 years, you didn't think that your people will want light? For 16 years, they never had light? Oh, please. Oh, please. This is not the time for everyone to say, oh, it's a Edo State election, we should mind our business. Don't mind your business. We've seen a lot of people saying, let's see if Peter Obi is actually a national leader. Let's see how best he will win Edo State. No, now, we have to join hands. In as much as we understand that other states, we have Imo and they didn't work out, we ensure that Edo State will not be like that. We don't do so far. We don't do so far. And we will not take it. I yield. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sweet child. Thank you. They leave you if you drag those people, drag them like the tiger generator. All right. Thank you very much, sweet child. Everything you said was fact, actually. So thank you very much. Quickly, I'm going to go straight to uh, Gaboni. Then I'll come to Gaboni. Please hold on. I don't call it level base. Since I say level base village network. The I don't know whether na level base. Now which village you from the space. Go ahead, level base, but we try to make it as short as possible. Go ahead.
This sweet start just finished. Now we have ever person start.
Level
We think I'm
I
we
beg,
think
let
I'm
me
base.
please
Know your fear. Just submission one give. A short one.
um
No.
wait a minute, can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're spacing from. Wait a minute, I don't like this thing that each time you give me mic, you say make it short. I don't really know how to make short speeches. Anyway.
Everybody they make it short nowadays. No time for long speech.
Anyway, in this Nigeria like this, everything has to be very short because energy day low. Anyway, let me start by saying thanking everyone on this space and for everything that I've been doing. But what is in my mind is Edo State, and it's Edo State that I want to actually talk about. I think Saddam actually started by actually talking about Edo State, and every other person who spoke here have said something about Edo State. So it's not like I'm overflogging it, but I think we need to say it, until we do all that we're supposed to do. In short, I think we should take Edo State just as serious as we took even the last presidential election that we had. And why I'm so passionate about Edo State is because of the person involved, because it's often time that most times you give people tickets, like people don't want to take Labour Party ticket, but they don't really do much about it. They just want to take the ticket and they wouldn't do. And I have the feeling that if they had even given another person the ticket of Labour Party, that the person would have sold it. I want to repeat that again. I have the gut feeling like if they had given to another person, they would have sold it, because the person who was closest at getting that ticket had actually given, what he did was to give Abure money, and he had hoped that Abure would work out the whole thing for him. So that person that actually started like that, without going to meet the people that were going to vote in that primaries and not the rest, so he just believed that Abure could just solve all the problem for him, which means if he had gotten the ticket, perhaps he would have just sold it off, and back he goes to his house. And I also want to speak about those people he's talking about who are obedient for I don't know where they get that coinage from. But then remember that a lot of them, 90% of them, had taken that decision before even the Labour Party conducted their primaries. I want to repeat that again, that 90% of the people who are coming out to say equity, justice, and what fairness, that they took that decision even before Labour Party did their primaries. So it is never about justice, it's never about equity, whatever that means. It is just them trying to align their pocket. And I also remember that a whole lot of time when during that presidential election and courts, when we were going for court, we met a lot of big obedient, like big people in obedient movement, and we had this argument about Labour Party obedient and not the rest of them. And I knew that most of them were setting themselves up to be contractors. Like whenever there is election, people will come and pay them money, and they will, so they wouldn't want to align to any of these things. So they want to be anywhere below face, so that it will now help them to become contractors. And each of those debates, I always tell them that no, we cannot have a situation where P2B will be one side and will be one side. And it's funny that P2B will support a candidate and you call yourself obedient and you're supporting another person. It's not work. It does not work. It can't work like that. And there is nowhere in the world where politics is done like that. There is nowhere. Even the best democracies in the world, people don't say, oh, I mean, this, I'm supporting. People don't do it. You will support a particular party, a particular candidate. That is how politics is done. But coming back to Lumida Matter, please, this guy is putting his best, like he's putting everything that he has in this election. He actually is this kind of person, like person that have the kind of mindset. When people see people be spending money for Nigeria, they were like, oh, why is he spending all this money? Because he wants a better Nigeria. And if the little resources that God has given him can do it, he's in. So Olumide is pulling all strings. Like that guy has changed the face of Labour Party. It is one thing to say, yes, Edo is obedient capital, is our spiritual home and not rest of them. But nobody has done what Olumide has done. Like Olumide has actually brought it home. It has actually made that state a Labour Party. There is no part of Labour State, Edo State you go, starting for the party secretariat. Like somebody who came and improved the party secretariat. Where that party secretariat is today, PDP, that is the sitting government, is actually crying that they don't know how we got to that place. Every local government, every council is being, given everything that they need to work. So the man and he's going everywhere. While I was in Edo, I followed him to one or two places that he went to, and every place he goes to, he tried to relate with the people, and the people. I was there when people from Accord Party actually said, they are going to vote for. And people are like, I'm this kind of a street person. When I go to places, I talk to people and not dress up. I didn't see any single person who will say, oh, we want to vote as well because of no. In short, what the people said was, oh, they were going to. The people who have dissenting voice were people who said we don't want to go and vote, and at the end of the day, our vote to be rigged. I remember a lady that was in when I was going to board my distance back to my place. I was discussing with a lady. She was like saying she was not going to vote because of what happened. I know, so I encourage her. Say no, yes, these things are what we are fighting against, and what the enemy wants is for us to give up hope. We are not going to give up hope because of the last election. We are going to keep fighting, and if we keep fighting, we are going to win. So please, Saddam, everyone, all our big handles, please and please, in short, this is something we should be talking. Whatever thing we can do on our own, because the candidate we have is doing everything. Like that guy is not living. That guy has put in so much, and we cannot afford to let it down. I want to say that Edo State is just one step to 2027. I know that most time I won't talk about it, so at least let's take it one day at a time. 27 is very far from now. Edo State is our 2027 today. Let's do what we can do to make sure that we win that state. You see, this Tinubu administration, what I want to tell you, when Tinubu unveiled himself on Democracy Day, Tinubu was one of those people that talked about Abiola. In short, story has it that it's one of those that betrayed him. And what he did on that Democracy Day is all you need to know about what happened. Because if there's anything, I think it was Abiola that was supposed to be unveiled on that day, but he made himself somebody who has not. So Tinubu has given himself distinction. When you're a student and you're reading, you know you're an A student. You don't need to do much. But so Tinubu has given himself distinction for the life he has destroyed for 1 year. For him, he has done the best since sliced bread, and he has given himself all the credit. So anybody who is expecting that Tinubu is going to do much, he's not going to do anything. That the destruction he has done already for him is the best. In short, Tinubu is going to do more. it's going to cause more harm, than what he has done already. So nobody should expect anything good. APC is not even a party; it's a demonic organization, and anybody who is supporting them, they are very demonic. For obedience, there's nothing like that. Like I said, there's nothing like obedience fast way. Those people are disobedient, so don't be attaching obedience to their name. They are disobedient people, and I hope and I pray that they will, like the prodigal son, that they will get some sense, and come back, to the house. But if they don't, perhaps they will join APC at the end of the day. The party to beat in Edo State is Labour Party, and we have somebody who is competent, to have the capacity to actually deliver for that state. The only thing that we need to do is actually to help mobilize for him whatever we can do to contribute to the election. If it's cap, like we need, I think Joe Biden should talk more about that. We need cap. We need something that will bring the presence. But the guy is doing so much. Like I doff my hat for him, and I can't stop. I can't speak enough about what that guy is doing. So for everyone on this space, I thank you so much. I thank you. I don't know whether Sweet Angel is here. Thank you so much, Madam Anka David. Every one of you,
I
I
can't
greet you
believe
specially.
can't believe you found a way to just chip that in. I can't believe that. Just when I thought you were in a hurry and you couldn't say all you had to say, you would you found a way. You found a way to chip it in. Anyway, thank you very much, really, Babes. That was. I mean, I don't think anybody says it better than you do, actually. So quickly, let me just go now to Gaboni.
Sorry, before we go to
Yeah,
Gabon, please,
right.
on the jumbotron, guys, it's very, very painful that what is happening. But the jumbotron, I just posted a video right now of what happened on election day, presidential election day in Edo State. Please, everybody, go up on the jumbotron right now. Seeing is believing. I can come here and say my own. Another person come and say his own. But go on the jumbotron and watch what happened at the governor's lodge in Edo State in the last elections. Please go and see what Obaseki did to PO's vote, obedient so-called votes. Please go on the jumbotron and watch for yourself. Live video recorded on election day. I remember that story, but I think I never got across the video. Someone just sent it to me that please come and see, and I've seen it. Watch for yourself.
Anybody that is obedient for Asue today will be an obedient against PDP against Obi in 2027.
It is crazy, my brother. It is crazy. As in, I'm wondering if Obaseki destroyed Peter Obi's vote. Now, I swear, go secure Peter Obi's vote for now. Come on, let's be going, Sha. Let's go. But for some of us, we'll not keep quiet. We'll
No,
be talking about it.
2027, Asue will leave Atiku or whoever is PDP candidate and help Obi LP to win Edo State. Daft zombies.
Just go and look at the polling unit. Go and see votes with 11 words. 11 words. This man scatter 11 words, destroy 11 votes, 11 word votes. So when the vote will take win Edo State last time, they suppress him, then destroy more. It is crazy. You still won't call reward in God's son. Ah, but that's when I chop now go for me time. When will I back to you?
Yeah. Quickly, let me just go straight to Gabon. After Gabon, I'll come to Jobiden. Jobiden is finally here. Then we'll go to Mr. Kolade after that.
Okay, finally, it's my turn now. Let me do a quick one on Edo's election.
Emiloko.
Yeah, so let me do a quick one on Edo's election. What I would like it or not, the way the Imo election went, we understood that APC did not win the election, but we know how Opus Odima did what he did to make sure it was declared. INEC is in the pocket of any ruling party of any state and of the federal level. So but whether I liked it or not, even if you win, because of how corrupt INEC is and with the level of hunger in the land. Anybody will collect any amount to jeopardize and sabotage the election. Anybody will collect any amount to sabotage the election. So what I think it should focus on more, because if it's for election, if it's for votes, on what go win the election, it should focus on to put boots on the ground. What I mean boots, rugged boots on the ground. Guys, they smile because the people these guys deploy. You see, there's an interview of one PDP man that was saying, if why will Akpata put his poster on in Benin, it's not for Lagos, whether Seromo go allow anybody try that rubbish. Now imagine the kind of thing people are the kind of people are pointing to, people are taking cue from. Just you see the evil in these people. So I think it should be madness for madness. Number one thing, complete man. I mean madness, complete. Anybody want say things say he won't keep us in that day. He won't do anything that day. It should be madness for madness. That is the only way. Because if that madness not day that day, if you don't get people who say all die and die that day. I believe in me. What happened in the local government election in those states? What's will happen on election on the main election day? What I would like to know. So I think it should focus on that. Then the state of the nation. This state of the nation. For the past 2 weeks now, if I think of Nigeria matter, let's make I cry or make I don't understand the way the situation. What I want to do, because if I try to put into consideration, try to reason how Nigerians they survive. I don't feel they reason now. I don't feel the reason how Nigerians they survive. Picture, you don't want picture which I see where they post which day. The pepper and tomatoes 3,000. This na pepper on tomatoes 100 naira, pepper 15 naira. Now the time say 3,000 naira. Normal tomato before last year, tomatoes 100 naira, pepper 50. Now the time say 3,000. Like how? And my own is that Nigerians are shifting this thing, because if they are not shifting it more, everybody scatter. So the fact that the country is still peaceful, it means they are shifting it. That means it doesn't mean that everybody in Nigeria are Yahoo boys. It doesn't mean that everybody in Nigeria are fraud. Because the only way somebody can survive in Nigeria is doing fraud. Because what I'm deducting from all this, from a painter of Gary at 4,500 or 5,000, a painter of rice at 6,000, beans, the same thing, everything, a goosey self for nowhere. A friend of mine was trying to send his sister to buy a goosey for and fish, give somebody when they come UK. It's like they say, my brother, I don't feel buy anything. I beg now. I don't feel buy anything for anybody, because the money you go send, what I go buy for you, say you go I shop your money. So I know no send me message. Then my own is that how are Nigerians still surviving? Means they are surviving. Everybody do Yahoo. Everybody they do Yahoo for Nigeria. Because me, I understand how I was, I did see something small before I went into Nigeria. But I know if when Gary go 1,000 per painter, it was difficult for me somehow. Now 5,000. I'm for the chest time. Now, grace in Nigeria, I don't know what happen, because I don't understand. Now, also, you can see how the Tinubu government is completely out of touch of the people. You see, somebody, I think it was it was a newscaster in this news center that was saying that the problem is that these people know that we won't do anything. Imagine the midst of this hardship, this person coming out to say they want to buy airplane. Last, not because we allow them to happen. And they will continue to do more, because this level of wickedness is unprecedented. If I say Nigerians should do something, I'm wasting my time, because it is obvious that we are helpless. First, we no shop. I don't know. I want to get power to fight. Are you the mic?
Yeah, thank you very much, Gaboni. Thank you very much for that. All right, quickly, I'm just going to go straight to Jobedient. After Jobedient, I'll go to Mr. Kolade, God's will, and we take it from there.
Good evening, guys. Sorry, I was a bit tight, but as you heard my brother said, he said, obedient, not the quick tire. They not they use money buy us. And finally, will not be obedient to another idiot. People have reached out to me to say, oh, this is insulting on the person. I really don't care. See, let me explain to you how it is. It's a bunch of people. You know, first of all, Baseki said obedience will run out of steam. So now people, in knowing people, those PDP people, when they carry come join obedience to spoil our movement. If you say if those ones run out of steam, if you say 9 people, 9 they do the movement for those states, obedience will run out of steam. Now the ones we don't run out, 9 don't go join obedience for Akpata, abi for AI. There is nothing like obedience for AI, obedience for Peter Obi. Look at it. Let's start with this his candidate. When Oshomole entered power, stories came up that it was Obaseki that pushed him, sponsored him and everything. That Obaseki is a billionaire in Lagos. He's doing well, he's that. Campaigned for him. And Oshomole became governor. Oshomole to pacify to pay Obaseki made him the head of his economic team. So everything that concerns Edo economy was directly on Obaseki. And Obaseki had Aswen Igodalo, a renowned lawyer, and many other things, as a senior member in the economic team. These people were in government at least for 3 of them together for at least 4 years under Oshomole. Now, Oshomole was governor of Edo State. Today, you are hearing that in Edo North, which is Isako, there is no water. So if we want to do turn by turn, the whole of Edo North should be heaven. Ekpoma, where the advisor during Oshomole's time, one of the members of the economic team is, if you know a student in Ekpoma, ask them how far water, how you they manage water, no water. If you want to go from Benin to Auchi, if you want to go from Benin to Oshomole's house, you pass through Ekpoma, or you pass the federal road to Ekpoma. The road is in a horrible state. The last time that road was fixed was when Tony Aneni died. They fixed that road for a burial. It means that they respect the dead more than the living. And you want us to vote for those people. Now, moving on, Obaseki became governor. Obaseki gave head of economic team to this man. It's Aswen Godalo. This man wants to run for office. You were head of economic team for 8 years. And sorry, before I continue, remember that when Obaseki came in, when they asked him why he didn't, when he started fighting with Oshomole, he mentioned that Oshomole's water storm project, I think it was 30 billion naira project, was a fraud. And people asked him, but you were head of economic team. He said he was not the head of the government. He was just an advisor. The excuse allowed him. He fought Oshomole using Edo State money and Edo State time for his first 4 years, or the last 3 years of his 4 years. He was there fighting tooth and nail, bringing in people, pulling people to his camp, and I'm sure those things were not happening free. Money was moving, and I'm sure those monies were not his money. Those monies are most likely Edo State people's money. Obaseki entered power and made Aswen Ighodalo his chief economic advisor or head of economic team. Now, Edo economy for the past 12 years has been run by Obaseki and what's his name? Aswen Ighodalo. So you ask yourself if you want to vote for Aswen Ighodalo. I'm telling those of you, ask yourself, what is the state of Edo economy? Is Edo State awesome? If you run a business in Edo State, is it that you can move your business from Edo State connects to, I think, 4 states directly and about 6 states indirectly. Edo State, once you get to Agbo to Onitsha, it's less than an hour. Edo connects to Delta, Edo connects to Ondo, Edo connects to Kogi, Edo connects to, I can't remember which other state, but Edo is a route to many places. If you are going to the southeast, there's a high chance you pass through Edo. If you are going from the southeast to the southwest, you pass through Edo. If you are going to the north from the southeast, I think one of the easier routes is Edo. But what is really happening in the Edo economy? Edo is a hub of culture. It's a cultural, Benin is a cultural city. Edo is a cultural state. Is there culture and tourism? This man has been here 8 years, no museum. He's building a museum. He collapsed a central hospital to build a museum. Nothing. The economy is just is in MOU mode. Is that who you want to vote for? For governor? Someone that advised for 8 years and no proper output, that was handpicked by the governor, that we know failed. Those of you that announced that he failed, talking to you, Salo Okoro, you say he's a failed governor. So you want to pick, you think a failure will pick his success to replace him? He picks a fellow person that would cover up for him. Then that person will come after 2 years because he's a very stubborn person. I give it to Ason, he's a stubborn person. Ason will most likely fight to Shumula Obaseki after 2 years if he had the chance at winning. But he's not going to do it with his money, he's not going to do it with his time, he's not going to do it with his resources, he's going to do it with time, money, and resources. Is that what you want for your states? Do you know that Edo State, Benin City, already, the capital of Edo State, has no functional government state hospital? The advisor and the governor collapsed. First of all, their former governor, Oshomole, built a hospital in Edo State, built a hospital built a semi-private hospital that Oshomole was going to take over. And the new governor, that's Obaseki right now, demolished the central hospital that they were managing. He went and closed down Stella Obasanjo, another big hospital I'm talking of in the Benin City capital, the two central hospitals in Benin. He closed all of them and put them in a small building that is not even up to 6 or 8 flats. There is no central hospital. The only hospital that is now standing like a central hospital and is just a fiscal edifice. And I see your hand, just give me a few minutes. That's standing as a fiscal edifice is actually private. It's run by a private firm, managed by a private firm. It's just government property. And you cannot even afford the bills as an ordinary Nigerian. Primary healthcare centers are just buildings that have not been completed. There's just one, in short, not many, just one that is not completed. The others are just there, buildings that just look good. Obaseki has, as well as his economic advisor, and every road, if Obaseki has done 400 roads in Benin, I can bet you that only 30 of them have drainage. There is another 40 that probably still has drainage. Those roads, the drains were already part of it. Obaseki does roads without drain in a state that is flooding. If you will see a 5-kilometer road, no drain. You will now see people building their houses, now building small drains around it, which is water collection points. Obaseki did the Iri road. I keep singing it. Where Oshomole stopped on that road, that's where drain stopped. Obaseki did another maybe 8 kilometers or so. My maths is correct. And I tell you, that part of the road, there is no drain. Every road you see that there is flood in Benin, when you see the video, look at the road, there are no drains. These are technocrats and the lawyer. They are both technocrats. They are not politicians. Obaseki will see a road that has condemned. Once he is dragged, he'll go and do that road so that the public will be happy about it. So that the public will be happy about it. But he will still not do drain. They will do that road 3 or 4 times. They have done some roads 3 or 4 times in his tenure with no drains, and they keep getting destroyed. That's not the man you want to. That's not the man you want to vote in. I'll round up with this. Please, dear obedience, there is nothing. There are no obedience supporting Aswai. People supporting Aswai are people that have been paid and have run out of steam. There are no obedience supporting Aswai. Aswai did not at any point campaign for Peter Obi. There is no reason why I would now sit down and see somebody that did not campaign for him, that even made us lose votes. Opaseki did not campaign for him. Finally, please, Saddam, Aswai not be better person. No. Aswai, you say the people say na technocrat. This man not vote for last election. No. He just started voting. I think he just started voting this election. Philip Shoaibu said it. A man that has never voted in Edo State wants to run for governorship in Edo State. A man that is claimed not to have owned a house in Edo State until he wanted to run. He had to buy a house to come and stay in Edo State. I will yield the mic here.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Obedience.
I beg more than support us Edo State. Anyhow we be. Sorry, I beg. Violence space. If it's just caps, I would reach out to you, Saddam, again. Now caps we just need for Edo State. Maybe 9 violence space we give us. We'll appreciate.
Okay, I mean, I think in the coming week, starting from Thursday, we would be, open to, violence space, being violence space. All right, quickly, I'm just going to go straight to, going forward, like everybody that has to speak is In fact, after 3 minutes, this is not for Mr. Kolade because I know Mr. Kolade not will use up to half of the time. So after 3 minutes, I'll be the one that will interject you, mute your mic, and happily tell you thank you very much. Mr. Kolade, please go ahead.
Thank you, my brother. Mr. Adam, I greet you. Sizzle, Sister B, I greet everyone. Sarah, I see you. Jimmy, I greet everyone. I greet everyone. Joe Obedience, I greet everyone. Okay, so, man, state of the nation is not looking good at all. It's not looking good. Outside of the fact that people are hungry, the truth is, those of us outside the country, we are facing, or I am facing, this unprecedented level of embarrassment. Let me share a personal experience with you. At my workplace, in the last week or thereabouts, the analyst came to me and was like, "Hey, Kolade, we've been noticing like we've been getting failed login attempts directly from Nigeria, and it doesn't really happen like that." And the young boy was just laughing, and it was like, "Are they that dumb in Nigeria?" I said, "No, they are not dumb." I said, "But those guys, they don't have the tools, they don't have money to even buy the tools they need to even hide their identity. That's why you're able to see the login come directly from Nigeria." And we just laughed over it. And it pained me. And the guy said it directly to me because he knew that I'm a Nigerian. He knows that, yes, that Lagos, Nigeria is my base, and this thing is coming from Lagos, Nigeria. And I'm like, man, it's embarrassing. And that also tells you that, man, people, even though somebody mentioned about those doing scam, even those doing scam now, they know what they are going through. They know what they are going through. It's not cheap doing these things. So for me, whether we like it or not, we have to rescue our country. Hmm? Any way we want to do it, we must do it. Just get to do something in our own little corner. And for Edo, I think Edo is the starting point, is a major one for us. Your obedience. We no agree. This one is not you guys alone, it's all of us collective. This is a general election for us, and we will tackle it that way. And I'm so sure, I'm confident that at the end of it, we shall come out of this strong. We have no other option. We must win Edo. That is it. I yield. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kolade. Thank you very much. All right. Let me quickly go straight to Rita. Rita, please go ahead till 11:14.
One
Rita.
minute. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I was away from my phone. Greetings, everybody. Auntie, stop laughing.
Okay, I
Them
just
say
for
we
two.
no get structure. They say people no get experience. But I see be so. Not them the Russia so. We no get experience. We no get structure. We say they don't know for anywhere in terms of politics. Now our name now, they can't they drag. Now our name now, they can't they use money, they carry, they go media, they go say obedient for a swear. One structureless people now. Please leave us alone. We are okay. Leave us in our structureless body and whatever alone. And go and use your structure as it's sure for you. So go use your structure till win election. Call articulate. Call Obaseki. Call your name as well. Use it to win election. Omo, it is play you are. There is nothing like obedient for a swear. Where was Asue when we were selling Papa Mama Pikin? Where was Asue when we were going into the creeks, the nooks and crannies of Nigeria? Tivovova, where were you? Where were you? And now you want to reap where you did not sow. Edo State, it is either Olumide Akpata or Olumide Akpata. Anything more than that is a no-no. I want to talk about the economy. In 1 year, Tinubu gave us inflation when it be times 16 years, as in 16 years inflation. Tinubu carry and put for Nigeria in just 1 year. Why the president of Argentina? 1 minute, I see you hand. This is up to 3 minutes already. I've been at 1 minute you give me.
It's 12 months. Later.
I'll be wrapping. I'll
One
be
minute, let
wrapping
some
up.
people cook. Oh. Let them cook complete.
And then go
I'll
cook
be,
quiet. We don't close. No problem.
I'll be, I'll be wrapping up soon, please. You know, Argentina's president in 6 months. Tinubu was May 29th. And May 29th this year was a year. Nigerians' inflation, 33.95%. Argentine president was sworn in 10th of December, the same 2023. In 6 months, he reduced inflation to 4.5%. I want to believe you understand. You children nowadays that are going to school, when your parents say go to school and sit down and learn, please do it. It is for your own good. The only reason Argentine president is able to do that, he went to school, earned this certificate, and with the certificate in his hands, he knows what to do with it and is doing it well. You the first certificate, even school where be say in no day, you go the school before they do the school, and now you want to be using propaganda to rule Nigeria. Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are dying. A lady called me today. She said she's in Mount 12. She went there. She does all these what's it called? Tiger nuts to sell. That's what she's using to sustain her family. She called me. She said, Rita, I'm in the market. I cannot see what I needed to buy. I can't see them. You go to the market now, there's no tomato, there's no pepper.
Mhm.
Don't you cook that is dragging Peter Obi is now telling us to be using sack to plant tomato. I asked
Okay.
him if it was an Igbo man that was there, will you tweet this same thing? Abi you go day street, they protest. Nigerians are dying. And propaganda will not save us. Do something. If you can't do anything, Oga, live there. They don't plant your placenta or glue your butt to that place. If you cannot do, shift for who go fit do. I yield. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Peter. They use they use leave it till the compare the dead.
Just tell the new woman, don't be by force to buy tiger nuts. Maybe she buy nuts, forget tiger. It's not by
All
force to
right.
buy,
All
the two
right.
together.
Call me Lexi, please go ahead after Rita.
Do you mean I play you are? I don't run.
Call me Lexi.
Good evening, my fellow obedients from this part of the world. One minute Nigerian, Emir Saddam, all diasporans, Uncle Jimmy. Thank you everyone for lending your voice and thank you for the opportunity given to me to speak on a larger space like this. Honestly, I can't appreciate you enough. Like Saddam has said, obedience, take your flower. There is no gathering today, political gathering today, that they will not strategize. Don't let me say talk. They will strategize about obedience. How they are going to beat us down. They said we don't have structures, but they are scared of us. It is just so sad that the energy we use to start this, some people think they are smart, calling themselves obedient for this, obedient for that. I am so ashamed on their behalf because I don't understand. What did they take us for? Did they think we are fool that you think you can just sell us out just for a pot of soup? It's not possible. And for the Edolites, please stand your ground. Whatever it is going to take you, please do it. Give it all it takes. Give it your best. I can tell anybody here on this space, I'm 100% sure of that. PDP and APC will never give anybody a competent candidate. They will never bring out a competent candidate. Go and check from the past until this moment. They will never. Even when they have it on ground, they will never, because they know what is at stake. They have the opportunity to give us Peter Obi. They have the opportunity to give Nigerian Ushibaju, but the corrupt circle has sat down on it. If anybody preach to you today about PDP or APC, just know that that person pocket is filled with money. That person just want to sell you out. I want us to have that in our sense and understand that. Nobody loves this country and we say it is now APC and PDP again. There is nothing good about their candidate. There is nothing. Nothing good will come out from them. Like what meaning has said, there is no light at all. As long as it is PDP and APC, no light at the end of the tunnel. And it's going to get worse. So opportunity that we have as a Labour Party and obedient, let's do something. We need to take charge. We need to overtake them, beat them in their game. We are already suffering. Nothing is working in the country. Nothing is working. Nothing is working. So let's just take our chances. Let's grab it. See Fubara, a whole 1 year is fighting physical battle, spiritual battle, financial battle, just because of Godfatherism. Edo, please do this. And I know God is going to give us victory. It's just a matter of time.
Yep.
Let's keep our heads high. I love you guys. I yield.
All right. Thank you very much. Call me Lexi. Say Fubara the fight. Spiritual. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like that's premium distraction. And it's entertainment to everybody, but it's suffering for River State. Anyway, quickly, Arewachi, let's have you.
Hi everyone. Good evening. It's been a while. Well-meaning. MS Adam, I greet you all. Mommy B, I see you. It's been a while. All right, I'm just going to speak on the state of the nation because it's been quite a roller coaster, and having to also have my own share of some experiences. I think I just have to like voice out or echo it out so that some of us who don't really understand or know what is actually about or is already happening to us, we have to now, wake up to see, to understand what is happening. The state of the nation is very poor, especially when it comes to what goes into our stomach. A lot of people can no longer feed, people are hungry, and it's obvious in people's dealings and what is happening, the insecurity and everything. It just goes to tell you that the level at which people are hungry, they are willing to do anything just for them to be able to feed. Now, in explaining or actually trying to let us understand this is, I think we're about to be faced with famine in the country because if a state as abundantly blessed as Jos is already complaining of no foodstuffs, then I can bet you we're in for it. And this happened last month. I thought it was a joke. I went to the market to buy, groceries, normal tomato, tatashe, just something to make stew with. And imagine a dustbin basket that you usually buy for 2,800, 3,000, 4,000 at most has become 10,000, and pepper 7,500, something you buy 1,500, 1,800 normally. I thought it was a joke, and I had to now like, okay, let me find out from Joss because sometimes I actually buy in bulk there, and let me see if it will be cheaper there. And when I called, this was the response I got. Oh, the prices are not far from each other, and by the time we transport it, you might even be spending more than what you already offered in Abuja. And I'm like, are you serious? Okay, let's even assume that I want to still go ahead. What's going to happen? Oh, sorry, unfortunately, we don't even have tomato right now. You have to wait for us to search tomorrow and next tomorrow for us to search for those things. And I'm like, are you for real? They said, yes, those things are not even available in the first place. So I thought, I didn't even take it seriously until there is this guy, I think the guy is Igbo. He has a group, and when I mean group where women or family people actually come together on WhatsApp and Telegram to buy food stuff in large volume. He sends food stuff from Jos. That's because that is mostly in the north where he buy most of these things, because they are quite cheap there. And then he sent down to different locations, especially in the east and in the west, to different people, sometimes shared, what did they call it, transportation. And the guy had to come out today and said he has he has to come out to let the world know what is happening. That right now, he's even in Mina, Niger State. That is even one of the states that he barely even go to look for tomatoes and all that. He only goes there to buy yam because yam is cheap there. And to his greatest surprise, there is no tomatoes, there is no pepper, there is nothing anywhere, including the same jobs are in abundance. Those things are not there. What that means is, if the government doesn't do anything about this thing to cushion the effect of insecurity, because a lot of people cannot go to farms. We need to wake up, people. We need to wake up. I don't know how we're going to do this, because used to farm. First, they can't even go to the farm because of the insecurity. Secondly, they are even subjected to still buy these fertilizers that were meant to be free. Edo people, the only thing I'll say to you guys is launch your bag. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ariwachi. Thank you for that experience. Yeah, so Sarah, how are you doing?
Imagine, no, it's not you. It's you now. Last is to just come and kidnap people.
You did, yeah.
Hmm. It's to kidnap you and put in my boots. That's the
No,
one that's left.
no problem, no problem.
So
I'm
when
all
we need
now.
my Lord and Savior of violent space, the ruler and emperor of all, King of dragons, can I go now?
You had to say something, Sarah. Sarah, I was supposed to have started sleeping 1 hour ago. So, okay, go ahead. 2 minutes.
Don't ring bell for me, oh. Don't ring bell for me.
No, no, I'll just interject. Don't worry, I'm not going back. I'll just come in.
I'll kidnap you. My people, Domo to everybody in the house. This one is Edo State matter, so let's put some things at the side. I actually wanted to speak after Jay Obedient said something earlier, yeah, to clarify a few things. I don't think we understand the gravity of what is happening in Edo State. I don't know. Some of us we are downplaying it, maybe, or some of us just don't want to bother. But there's a lot happening in Edo State, and there are a lot of people who are stylishly trying to crumple down what we're doing. Some of them knowingly, some of them unknowingly. But we cannot sit down and watch these people who we know are paid propagandists, who we know are influencers that just came to the obedience movement to collect money, who we know are people who don't even care about principles and values. They only care about where the money face. To wake up in the morning and collect a movement where people died for. Like, it's like we don't understand that people actually died. The woman who was stabbed in Lagos, when she was giving an interview, when she was talking, she's like, she said, she said, I will do it over and over and over again. People were buried because of because of wanting a better Nigeria during that election. And then we came out as obedience to say that this is actually what we want to do. And then some set of people, they are coming out to say they want to go and do obedience for Tinubu. They want to go and do obedience for Wike. That's actually what is happening now. Obedience for Wike. And you're openly seeing it. And these same people have actually come out before to even speak up the truth, to say, okay, oh, we know that this man Obaseki is doing bad in Edo State. We know that these things that are actually going on in Edo States, they are wrong. There are no roads, healthcare sector is bad. The agricultural sector in itself. Someone was sending me videos just yesterday of people that were actually beaten at their farms. They had to even run away and escape just so that they wouldn't get killed because there were headsmen there attacking them in Edo State. I went to Edo State. We went to PVC Drive. Some people they don't even know how old are you. Can you count back? How old you think say you be? How old you think say I'm doing PVC? I'll be trying from 19. We'll try 1985. We'll try from 1940, 1941, 1942, 1943, 1944. We'll continue to try until we get to 1990, just so we can guess people's age. Because there's for some of those places there are no enlightenment. For some of those places, they don't have people who can even sit them down to say, okay, I want to educate you, because the governments don't care. They are the governments themselves. And you speak to some of them, they will tell you all of them not the same. We don't care again. Some of them did when they were following Obaseki. What did he do? Now, some people want to come out and then say that they are doing obedience for God. But now Ogun will kill you and your kill. In fact, some of them Ogun already even kill their father self. Ogun will kill you and your stupid obedience for us. So, because it doesn't make any sense that just because you are talking from your pockets, you now want to belittle other people's hard work. And we all need to wake up. See, I was speaking to someone earlier today. I don't want to start talking yet because when I talk, everybody knows that my own people will hear pass. There are a lot of things I don't want to start saying because if they want to start this madness, we'll finish this madness and we'll take it to the end. Edo State is a limelight to what we're seeing in 2027. This one is not even them say evidence, pants down, court, pants down, like evidence everywhere, choke. So down to the people that were even offering. And then you want to come out and tell me you're doing it for justice. Equity and justice kill your papa. Because if this is not the time for us to take the things that we need to ensure that we get 2027 back, it's like some of us are not seeing what is happening in the country. Some of us, we're not seeing it. Or maybe you are just so blinded by the greed and what you think you can get that you want to now turn to a political propagandist. And for some of you that are still on the fence, somebody made a tweet today. I was looking at the tweet that the youth of Nigeria should come out and protest. Where is Aisha Yusufu? Where is this? Where is Sarah Ibrahim? I saw the tweet. I was just laughing. We should come out and lead a protest for everyone. Why can't everybody come out? If you think you want to continue to sit down on the fence and say you're not interested in politics, no matter how you want to stay away from politics will continue to affect you. Politics will
Yep.
continue to ruin your life. Politics will continue to take everything you want from you. Because politics is what decides what you eat today. Politics is what decides where you. If a politician comes out tomorrow, goes to the National Assembly, sits his fat, greedy, corrupt ass down, and say everybody from 2016 to
Yeah.
2020 that graduated, all the results has to be called back because the schools are no more accredited, and they stamp on it, and that is it. That is it's
Totally.
done. So all your years in school is wasted. That is how important it is. For some of us right now, we're sitting down, we're looking at the prices of goods. I was in a salon making my hair the other day. Stamping his hands. I said, like, can you even listen to yourself? So you even know, and then you voted him, and then you're still here, still complaining. And it's actually crazy because for a lot of us that want to sit down and get things done, it's sad that we just allow people get away with a lot of things. We should not allow these people get away with this craziness they're trying to do with Edo. We should not allow these people get away with it. Of the country, we can see what is happening, and we want a better Nigeria that we can all be proud of.
Yeah.
So if we don't pull our shirt and start coming outside for this Edo state, like it's gonna be crazy because we will see what is going to happen in 2027. We're seeing it right now. This is going to be our blueprint to 2027. So everybody needs to come out and sit up. Carry Edo for your head, though. Carry
Thank,
Edo for your head.
thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you very much. I know. And yeah, mommy, you know what that means in Edo? It means if they not collect something for you that they used to call grandma, you will roast cooler. Anyway, thank you very much, Sarah. I know this the passion. It's always there, and I mean I agree with. It's annoying, but I used to agree with everything you say. It's crazy. Um, it's just sad. All right, quickly, I'm going to go straight to incoming. I'll quickly take incoming virus for 2 minutes, then I'll take 30
It's time.
seconds. It will shock you. Go ahead.
It's all right. Well, anyway, um, I don't have much to say, but imagine, uh, you know, muffling just one boy, you know, beating him almost to a pulp. If I don't know what would have happened to that boy, and these were the same set of came after, like I discovered later, you know, those same squad in Edo State. You know, that in in fact, INEX Center, where you have police officers money from PDP. I took from Labour Party Secretariat down to do, his PVC. And if I was not
Incoming, we're struggling
and
with your
rescue
network.
that young man, anybody hear me, please?
Incoming, are you there? Yeah, but
Yes, I
you are
am here.
freezing a lot. So just
I am.
go
Can
ahead.
you
Go
hear
ahead.
me?
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yes, can hear you now. Go ahead.
Imagine I was not there. And that young man was somebody we took, or personally I took from the Labour Party Secretariat down to Gobi at office where you have police officers.
Uh, incoming. Sorry. It's. I mean, we are losing like probably up to 50% of what you're saying. Just gaps. Okay, Justice, you can go ahead.
Yes, thank you very well and very much, women in Nigeria, Emir Saddam, distinguished members of the violence space. Um, Edo State is on my mind. I have always been saying it that there is nothing like obedience for another idiot. Um, um, these guys are just hustlers who want extra money in their pockets, unpatriotic citizens or maybe non-citizens of Edo State. And I actually like Emir Saddam's submission, where he was talking about, these guys ganging up now in a room, creating several bot accounts and destroying and insulting every institution there is. We all know that this is a gang up of the PDAPC monsters of criminality. Um, I've always made a point that what is going to happen in Edo State will determine further elections going forward. INEC is the problem. Olumide Bata and his handlers must make sure that this time around they will have able-bodied men and, of course, the generality of Nigerians who are voting police every vote. Because what INEC seems to be doing now is they really do not care. The institutions are already rotten. These criminals, the criminal drug baron and certificate forging bandit of Chicago State University, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his men have already hijacked INEC. So this time around, it's supposed to be everybody police your votes from the time you have voted, the votes have been counted, straight until it is announced. That is the only way forward for Edo State. Edolites, Nigerians in Edo State that would vote must have to take this into account. If you don't do it, the flooding and the hunger it will wipe both whoever that wins that is not a Labour Party candidate and you people that are living in Edo State. That is number one. And then two is that this is the only candidate that does not have a godfather. I think Emir Saddam has made that point clear enough. The only candidate, if you like what is happening in Abia State right now, this is what you should replicate in Edo State. You should have to voting leaders that fear the people. Once they fear the people, then of course you get accountability for governance. Well, of course, on the state of the nation, there's basically nothing else to say there or state there. The New York Times report is dealing a decisive blow on the criminal drug baron and the illegitimate president of Nigeria. There is no doubt. Nigerians will not see tomato before December. It's very clear. It's unfortunate the whole place is in a state of quagmire. These people have just come to destroy the lives of Nigerians. Lastly, the docility of Nigerians is unfortunate. You can see what is happening in Kenya. The youths of Kenya have poured out on the streets to demand that the government reverses some of the very heavy taxes they are put on the people.
Yeah,
And they have succeeded in doing that.
yeah.
There is no hope for this government. Thank you very much. I yield the mic.
All right. Thank you very much. Call me. Sorry, we're going to say call me Lexi. Justice, Jerry. Thank you very much. There was something you said, and you said it passively, but it's the reality of Nigerians, and it's something that is kind of sad. Like when you said there's not going to be tomatoes till December, and it's to think that like that. I mean, you probably said it as a warning, statement of fact, and just saying it because you need to put it out there. But conversely, when you try to imagine that there are people that are going to live that as I don't know, I'll be less disturbed if I was sure. Not if I was sure, if I even thought, I had a slight thought that there's light at the end of this current tunnel, this Tinubu and APC's tunnel. I would have been saying, okay, maybe. But as in the fact that I know for sure, not because I want it to be that, but all indicators, and you really cannot give what you don't have.
you can't give what you don't have. That's just the fact. I mean, if you have it and you just don't want to give it, it's a different thing. So this is not, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to even call any examples of any ex-president. This is not like, oh, somebody I say, okay, he has the ability. It's just whether he has the willingness. Tinubu lacks both the ability and the willingness to make a Nigeria, not talk about this current kind of Nigeria, to work. So it's really left for us collectively as Nigerians, like I said earlier, home or abroad. To be honest, a lot of revolutions actually got started by people in diaspora. So it's very difficult for people inside the suffering to do anything a lot of the time. So um, it's really left for us to do the right thing. So on that note, I'll just um, thank everybody for coming. Apologies to those we couldn't bring up. Currently, I'm like Salah always say, we are like sleep and wake up in about 3 or 4 hours. So it's that bad. So apologies. So when you see expediting this thing, making people hit the point they make on the head, because we know everybody has like a lot of work like that. So apologies to those we couldn't bring up. All right, quickly, let me just, I know NCs did not talk throughout today's, but I know of the NCs good. Nigeria attack was just tired. I think it's quite sad. So anyway, Saddam, over to you. Except NCs want to chip in anything.
Oh, my brother, thank you very much. I don't think I want to say anything today. Nigerian matter too much. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you, guys. I think I can't even say much, my brother. The sacrifices, man, it's just something else. But when Nigerian, God will bless you still, oh, I swear. Thank you. Guys, I beg, no way, no, if you speak today, I just want to say, please don't take it to heart. I see a lot of people, my DMs, are not attack me for my DM safe, you know. It's just normal. It's normal. Understand that to do these things is not easy for us. Also, we sacrifice our time, our to make sure we just hope this place can keep going on. We have other things to be doing. This is summer. We should be outside there. You know, even if we don't have anything, we should be outside. You know, but please, we are inside trying to make sure this conversation goes on. Please, so no vex. And if it doesn't reach you today, I beg, we'll come back on Thursday. And this Edo talk, plenty of people won't put mouth inside them. And everybody won't put mouth inside them. We'll be talking about it because for us on this platform, I think going forward, it will be a project that we'll carry. It will be our pet project, how we can help. Because if you're thinking of if there's going to ever be any election, I've always said that for me, 2027 not. I'm not even thinking of 2027. I'm seeing how I'm thinking of how we can more not feasible or it is taking time. While it's taking time, we have to start building the blocks towards any future elections in this country. And it starts from Edo State. I heard there's even an election in Ogun State. I visit Ondo State. I don't know whether I have a candidate there. If there's a candidate there, please, if you know him and you need to, if he's,
Let's not speak about Ondo States
if,
right now,
if,
guy, because
no, I'm just saying, let me just talk. Let me just talk.
basically unpicked.
Said I don't do, I beg, I want. Please, Edo State is our project going forward. We have to secure that state. We have to secure that state. It is very, very possible. I'm saying this because people in Edo State, nobody say they do all this work for now. Please protect your votes. That is the most important thing. Protect your votes. How you protect your bolo bolo. Obedient for everything. Everything out of obedient. It is now we keep you. In Edo State, Peter Obi has a candidate. His candidate is Apata. So that means obedient candidate is Apata. If you are an obedient and you supported Peter Obi and you want support Asun, please use your chest and are not for Asun. Obedient are for Apata. That is who our candidate went to raise his hand. Please, it is important. Why are they giving thumbs down and Joe Obedient? Did I say anything wrong?
Sir,
Did I say anything wrong, please? No, unmute your mic and speak. Unmute your mic.
see,
Did I say
you see
anything
that
wrong?
thing when you talk. You see that thing when you talk. PDP they find anything when you go associate with them. They go record them. Say Saddam. Say I for Asun. Then you call all your host too. No worry. Just wait. Tomorrow you go see record. There's not be you then. Not be
So,
the test. Then they
so,
inside the hotel.
so
They
that's how
do.
desperate they are. I, Saddam, for Asun. I love Asun. He's not you're being named the person named Asun. So please, it's important I put it that way also. I know why. Please use your chest and support your candidate. You have influence, Shebi. You have followers, Shebi. You have supporters, Shebi. You're doing grass work, Shebi. Use your chest and support your candidate. Nobody should insult me. In fact, you can insult me. It's crazy for me to do that stuff. Peter Obi has a candidate. If Peter Obi did not have a candidate in this game, it's a different ball. Say, okay, we all go in and say obedient for this, obedient for that. But Peter Obi has a candidate. How do you follow someone and you do not respect his wish? How? That's why Tinubu fit us. I mean, that thing, we like wicked people. When people we don't they send us. I didn't Peter Obi it's still a Baptist, Tinubu, Tinubu that carry his name. They do Tinubu for. You foresee what thing with MC Olobo do all of now. But obedient, we don't get wahala. We did just look now. Please, support your candidate with your chest. Allow. If not, we go to drag am for social media. Oh. If you like, insult us, or gaslight us, because this one, I don't tell her before. Say my girlfriend are from Edo State. I'm having a girlfriend from Edo State where I won't go marry very soon. Soon and very soon. So I need the road to be good so that I can drive with my men. My
Saddam,
men,
me too
men
as
mount.
mommy. Saddam as your
Sada,
mom.
my car dey low. My car dey low. Now why we need
Mommy,
better
say,
fix
Well,
that road.
Saddam as your mommy, eh? Me too, I'm associate. undo am, finish you because she una we are support it with your full chest. It's becoming so annoying.
Mommy, it have do, it have
And
do, it have do, it have do, it have do. Let me
you
let,
know
let,
that
let
thing,
me
you see, because what annoys me, and you know this, what we are saying is a movement that was built right around a man, and the man say he no follow us way, he's not following the PDP. He's not saying vote if you are obedient, you can't vote for anybody else. Go and vote for whoever you wish, but do not carry that name. We worked hard to get that name. We worked hard to distinguish ourselves, right? We worked hard to position ourselves as being change makers in Nigeria, right? And at no point in time are we affiliated to structures of criminality that exist in PDP and APC. So people know it is our brand. Support who you like. Nobody's holding you. But that name will come out time for your mouth. Anytime I see, I mean, I was blocking because I'm like, oh, Peter Obi said we shouldn't fight them, blah, blah, blah. But these ones, no one gets sense. What thing they don't chop? No one make them get sense. Yeah, people who claim to be educated. You know, it is a party that we've spent 2 years highlighting the structures of criminality that they have built, not only nationally but in states, and it is the same PDP that you people want to sell us to. Are we that cheap? Nah, we worked hard. So
mommy,
if it means you're not obedient, then
mommy,
watching it, and it is very disheartening because what
it's
they're
painful,
trying
man.
to do is they want to water down our influence, and they want to confuse those who do. They will be on it, right? But these people, we need to drag them to wherever we need to drag them to, because at the end of in Peter Obi and what he stands for, and then be carrying that name to give PDP. Share because we didn't talk. At the end of the day, during the election, say, we supported the. No, let me make it very clear.
Mommy,
Now,
it have do. Please, please,
we
please.
started the movement,
We'll
and it has
continue on Tuesday.
evolved. It has
Mommy,
evolved.
we'll
PO
continue
has
on
a
Thursday,
candidate.
please.
PO
It have
has
do.
lifted that hand. All of you mad people everywhere, whatever you have been given, you will
Ogun
choke
will
on
fire them.
it.
Ogun will
You will
fire them.
choke on it. You will
Ogun will
choke
fire
on it
them.
because what you're
It have
doing
do,
is to
mommy.
try
Please,
to
please, please.
destroy all the hard
It
work
have do,
people have done.
mommy. Ah,
Eh?
Ogun will strike
Mad
them down.
people. Mad people.
it have
I
do.
don't
It
care.
have
Come
do.
and
It have
insult
do.
me. If a 2-year-old come and insult me over obedience for Aswe, I will go to that 2-year-old's level and insult you to your 10th generation because
Mommy,
what
mommy,
you're
mommy,
doing is
mommy. It have do. It
madness.
have do.
Ogun
It
has
have
killed
do.
their father already. We kill the
It
remains
have
of
do.
their father. No sense.
It have resonate across this room. That's exactly how majority of us feel. It is painful to see what is happening, but it's also important we shut down these voices now. No matter how many millions of followers or you think you have, we will come after you. We don't freaking care. Let us fight this battle for sanity, for sanity purposes. If you want to support who you want to support, please support with your name. Support with your name. I beg. I beg. Many people died for this movement. Many people obedient into Asun. Asun is competent enough, sell him on his competence. If a pastor, if you carry Bible for hand, for your pocket na cowries, like Dr. Ekena, he go dey quote Bible, but for I don't call name. Oh my goodness! But please, guys, please, it's important we voice and please obedient. Do not sit on the fence in these elections in Edo State. Do not sit on it. Well, I cannot tell you what to do. Man, you know they always say obedient have leader. Obedient have leader. I'm not Boris leader, but on violence space, please. With these Edo elections, please, it is one election that we need to win. The man is doing a lot of hard work, and for me myself, why I even got serious with these elections is when I spoke to the diaspora community where I am based. If you want to have a feeler of what's happening in Edo State elections, and you're in diaspora, please talk to Edo people that are around you. They will tell you. Edo people, and they're very traveled. They're well exposed. They understand good leadership. Now then they send money, come back Nigeria pass after you count the Igbo, Yoruba. They are everywhere. They see good governance. And the people in diaspora affect the way that people back home vote because and then they send them money. I believe this whole tension and all this fear and everything that you see these people, that it's an act of desperation. If they Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for listening to our pep talks. Please, if you're offended by our submission today, it means say your heart no. Nigeria has to work. It has to start working from local government.
It means they are criminals too, Emias
You
Adam.
can call, if you
Thieves.
call them that is how you feel. No, I don't I don't they like drag people I don't fight with for to you know they're complaining too. But it's well. We cannot to vent. Guys, thank you. Please, if you not speak to that beg, no vex. So you see, I don't even take enough time, safe. We don't have for not even talk safe. I don't say you don't go sleep, safe. Go sleep, I beg. Thank you very much, my brother.
Madam,
Thank you, my brother. N6. Sarah, waiting. No talk. I swear, if you just me, I go through. Come on, I go through. You go see yourself now for Ring Road.
check your DM.
All right. Um. Um. Thank you, Mom. That was a passionate speech. I think that was a nice way to sign out from the space today. My brother Justice, thank you. Joe Obedient, thank you. Everybody in Edo State doing the hard work, thank you. My brother I sent Baba Mafi. platforms. Thank you to all of you listening to us on our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel, and on our Violence Face radio station. I see you, my brother, Big Mag. God bless you for the work you guys are doing in Edo State. Please keep it going. My sister Pels, thank you so much. Dr. Ekena, Anka Dede, please Dr. Ekena, Anka Dede, please don't forget to boots on ground people. Kola Day, my brother, thank you, Nara. Jump on the violence space today and you stay to the very end. You are the MVP of the space today. Thank you so much, my brother Oluwadami Larry. Olawaski, Fuga, the real Omezia. Thank you so much. Coming Seyon is the first son. Happiness, Mr. Tony, thank you, Anzo P. My brother Chris, Otumbadike, Mr. Thames, Amoda, Bombastic, Mike of Edo State. Thank you so much, my brother Sim Card. My celebrity brother. Thank you so much, Mr. Wale. Miriam, I see you. Guys, I cannot call your names so today. I beg, we have gone so far way past our time. But we'll be back same station on Thursday, God's willing. Justice, why they laugh? We'll be back same station, God's willing, on any other obedience.
Nah, thief.
Hi, this guy he must show he's a hooligan. Now, good night, though.